This is the hardest thing I've ever had to say. I'm guilty. We're guilty of the sin of hubris. We had the best of intentions, to be Earth's guardians, to keep you safe, but we failed you. We looked down on the world from our tower in the sky and let our power and responsibilities separate us from the very people we were supposed to protect. No one should ever be afraid of us. For that reason, we're decommissioning the watchtower. The energy weapon up there is already gone. We're taking down the station as well. There's more. We want to thank the members of the Justice League for your courageous service. But in the future, you'll all have to act as independent agents. We're not going to be an army anymore. As of right now, we're disbanding the Justice League. This is the end.
Says who? You remember what we did yesterday? We saved the world again. You don't think that has any value? Well, think again, pal. The Justice League goes on, with or without you. Look, nobody can question your service or commitment to making things better. If you're quitting because you think you've already done your fair share, fine. We'll throw you a parade. But if you're quitting because it's easier than continuing the fight, then you're not the heroes we all thought you were. The world needs the Justice League, and the Justice League needs you, Superman.
Okay, but there are going to have to be some changes.
Then why do you go on? Why does anyone? Why don't I just destroy you and everything else right now? All it would take is a single thought.
No! If you do that, you won't see the end of it.
The end of what?
The evolutionary process. You, of all beings, should know something about that.
Yes, I'm involved. That's why Professor Ivo made me. These past months I have amassed so much knowledge, and yet I remain confused. Empty.
What am I evolving into? What is my purpose? I must know. Tell me. There's no way to tell. That's why I stay in the game. My purpose, if you will, is to see where it's all going. And you rule forever. You'll be able to see it all.
That's my purpose. Simply to be a witness.
We create our own purpose. Now go create yours.
Fries. Biggie drink, biggie fries, chili, including our new junior bacon cheeseburger. Delicious food that leaves change in your pocket. What do you have to know to get a seat around here? Come drive it.
Quis custodiet ipsos custodies.
Who guards the Guardians? We got it covered.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It is your boy Skywalker the Jedi back at y'all with another one. Y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with me rocking out. I appreciate that. Much love to each and every single person that is part of the live chat and everybody that will be taking part with the replay crew as well. Much love to each and every single one of y'all out there, yo. It's time to get to it. We here. We about to finish out the second season of Blood of Zeus. And I want to say much love and thank you to everybody that's been rocking out with us and showing up for cartoons and cereal. You guys are all amazing. Much love and appreciation to each and every single one of you guys. We got the homie DC Talk in the building. What's going on, bro? We got Music City Soul in the building. What's going on? Curly Ray is in here. Rock Talks is in here early. Much love to all y'all. Anatoli's in the building. Right? Mr. Nobody, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. What's going on? Right? DC Talk said, I'm not moving on for Henry Cavill Superman. Collider can move on. Did Collider do something stupid? Y'all know how they be getting down. We got Mama Bear Art Doll in the building. She said, I missed something. Apparently, hey, me too, because I don't know what's going on. I'm just here and I'm hearing about Collider already. Right. We got Retro Nerd Girl in the building. What's going on, Retro? Much love and appreciation to you. Thank you for being here as well. We got the homie from the cool table in here, the good Austin. What's going on, bro? What's going on, bro? He said, Rock Talks, I swear to God, I need a professional social media APR. Hey, it ain't just you, bro. I need a whole team, bro. Like, yo, I thought about that when I got sick. I was like, man, if I could have just had somebody tweeting out for me, that would have been great. You know what I'm saying? Right. Sky, did you get a new camera? No. I mean, I'm using the same camera that I have been using for the last few streams. I did get a new mic though. Yeah. These last few streams that I've been doing from the house, yes, I definitely have been using this new microphone. And I've been on this same camera. I got another camera that's better than this one that I'm trying to get connected, but I'm having trouble connecting it with StreamYard. I'll just give y'all a little bit of a preview, you know what I'm saying? But no. I got a whole new camera and everything too. I got some more stuff coming. I got a whole new setup that I'm about to rock out with. And I'm just excited to be bringing all this stuff to you guys. When you guys give to the platform, it allows us to kind of keep trying to push the boundaries and keep getting new and better equipment and software. And so, we just want to make sure that we're putting back into the channel because you guys have been very giving to us in a lot of ways too. So I want to make sure that I'm bringing you guys the best kind of content that I can. Yes. Thank you for being here, Mama Bear. Your presence is always appreciated. Shit, a new camera mic. No, yeah. Right. We got the homie Josh Herrera. So what up, fam? I'm working this morning, but I have Netflix playing while I do keep engaging. Bro, we chilling. We are chilling. Right, yeah. And Tony says, by the way, Sky, I'm glad that Night Shift is back. Man, in honor of Mikey Sutton. Yo, shouts out to you guys, man. I was gonna stop doing night shift. I've told this story a few times, but I was gonna stop doing night shift. But it was a conversation that I had with Necron and with Retro Nerd Girl. I mean, I didn't want to put y'all out there, but that's what I was having a conversation with. And we were talking, and it really, it just really kind of dawned on me throughout that conversation that these things that we were doing with Mikey, he would have wanted us to continue on. And that was just very apparent throughout that conversation. And I knew that I wanted to bring it back with somebody that I was gonna have the right amount of chemistry with, because I do know that when we used to do night shift, that was one of the things that I know you guys loved was Mikey and I's chemistry. It's something that I miss dearly and that I think about on a daily. And so when I was thinking about bringing the show back, I really wanted to make sure that it was somebody that I had a lot of chemistry with, and we would be able to not do the same show, but just something different. Put in that same vein and us having a lot of chemistry together. And I'm glad that the homie Stino said yes, and I'm very, very happy to be bringing you guys this stuff on a consistent basis, because I know y'all like when I'm streaming consistently. So I want to try to do the best that I can for you guys. So shouts out to all y'all, and hopefully y'all rock out with the new night shift. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Austin says, I'm in here in a minute, Brody. Chores around the house. Can't do it at flash speed because everything freaking breaks. Yep. Hey, I already know how that go. We chilling. We got the homie L Boogie in the building, aka L Necron. In that background is sick, Austin. Yes. Austin put in mad work with this background. You know, dude's been working hard on all this stuff that you guys have been seeing from this platform. So much love, all y'all. Man, let's get through this opening little rigmarole, and then we will get this countdown started so you guys can get situated and ready to finish out this season of Blood of Zeus. You dig? Just so you know, we are on the road to 2K. Make sure that you guys are liking the content, sharing it out, subscribing, all that good stuff. It does a wonderful job of helping us increase the bandwidth of what we're doing, and we just hope that we can keep you guys entertained over here while being informative and, you know, honest and all that stuff at the same time. So much love to you guys that have been supporting the content, and that we'll be doing so in the future as well. Much love to all y'all. These two hashtags is why we are here. We've been pushing these two hashtags, man, for almost a year and a half now, and the amount of headway that we've made has been tremendous. We ask that if you guys would like to support what we're doing and join the cause in achieving that conclusion, the Zack Snyder's DC arc over on the Netflix platform. We only ask that you guys follow these 3 rules of engagement, which are be positive, as we are engaging with the current home of Zack Snyder, and they've been showing him mad love, which means by extension they're showing us mad love as fans of his. We also ask that you guys don't mix the 2 hashtags with others, as we're trying to keep the messaging as focused and effective as possible. And lastly, but certainly not least, we ask that you guys do not tag, mention, quote, tweet, reply to, or anything like that anybody over at WBD. We are trying to keep this conversation solely going with Netflix, and we've been yielding great results by doing so. So as long as you can follow those 3 rules of engagement, you can rock out, and it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Much love to you guys, and thanks for the support so far. We've been making tremendous headway. Tremendous. ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube and Twitter are 2 platforms or 2 accounts that you should be following on both platforms, because all the pertinent information will be coming from those places, as well as myself and Leon of the New Geeks. If you'd like to sponsor a stream, when you guys give super chats, they are tallied up, and whoever donates the most will have their name scrolling across the bottom of a following stream. One of my normal streams, not the watch longs, and there's also a membership level that allows for logo placement as well. Speaking of members, Austin, I'm about to shoot you this video, man, because I shot a video for the members, and you got to chop that thing up and add like some little background music on that. Should be real simple, but can't wait for the people to lock in and be able to see that. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. And lastly, but certainly not least, intothepeople.com/saleszsjl. Yo, these shirts are the talk of the town. You got everybody discussing them, right? And trying to break down what we've been doing and all that, right? But hey, cartoons and cereal shirts on inktothepeople.com/salesdsjl right now. Go ahead and copy you a dope looking shirt while supporting a great cause in the process, such as AFSP, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. There are multiple colors of this shirt. And yo, we are just very, very happy to be able to bring this to you guys and have you guys be able to cop these shirts and be looking fresh while also supporting a great cause such as the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Yeah. Let me get caught up with the chat real quick. And then we're clicking random stuff. Okay, I found where I'm at now. Yeah, seeing the background is sick. Y'all really rocking with the background, huh? Austin says making all the night shift stuff again got me feeling ways. I'm so happy we got Stino to hold the torch with us. Not a replacement, but a hell of a reserve. Yeah, it's not the same show, but it's different. And I'm just glad that we were able to bring that energy over to night shift. And all that, very, very excited. Right? He said the fandom just collectively told Collider to F off. I love it. What'd they do? What'd they do? Right? Yeah. What's going on? What happened with Collider? Said Collider failed again. Right? Hey. Y'all know they be failing. Josh Herrera says, I attended a Netflix film premiere here in Austin on Wednesday, and the One Iota rep called it a Netflix fan engagement event. The cool table is the blueprint. Hashtag said, hey, Josh, you know what's up. See, Josh get the vibes, bro. Josh get the vibes. Retro says those shirts are so dope. Thank you, Retro. And even the people over at inktothepeople.com said that out of all the shirts that we've done, this has been their favorite run so far. And so, I'm just happy that people are able to have something that they can rock out with that looks dope, that is also supporting AFSP, because we are the Zack Snyder fan base, so we got to show that support for FSP. Got to. X says, I actually found your channel through Future DCEU Wars for Life. I know who that guy. He was talking smack the other day. You should debate him. Hey, yeah, X, I know exactly who you're talking about. For the people that don't know, that was that dude that did that stream where he went on like a rant for like 4 hours about me and a few of the other people that I was streaming with back then, and it was crazy, man. Look, I'm all about having great conversations, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to ponder that one. You know what I'm saying? That was hilarious. I actually forgot about that dude. Yeah, but nah, he went on like a 4-hour stream back in the day and was just walking around his house holding the phone, going off. Y'all don't remember that? This dude was just walking around his house going off on his phone for 4 hours. We was like, bro, you did a Snyder cut stream. Man, that was hilarious. Okay. He said they told us to move on from Henry Cavill's Superman. Oh my God. Here we go. Shit, I'm gonna hop in and tell you, okay, Collider told us to move on. Hey, they ain't got no choice, right? They gonna keep, look, You want to know why they're telling us to move on? Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna wait till Austin get here. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till Austin get here, and then I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna bring that up. I'm gonna bring that up. Yeah, they shared a BS article.
Yo, I'm here.
Oh, I didn't know if you was here yet.
My cam ain't working right now. I'm in the same situation as you. I got a new cam. I'm figuring out. So, my bad. I'm here though. I wanted to show you this. But wait, before you go in, let me show you this, bro.
It's time to move on from your Henry Cavill Superman obsession. Oh my God, no.
He has.
You want to? Oh, he has. Look, he has. Whatever. I don't care. You want to know why we're getting this?
I do, bro. I want to know. Yeah, yes. I have my own. I know why. I think I know what you're about to say. So do tell.
No. It ain't. This is not for regular clickbait purposes or none of that stuff. Yeah. This is because that fucking picture flopped, bro. This is 1,000,000% because that fucking picture flopped.
Damage control.
Bro, if that picture would have came out and would have like smashed all engagement records and everybody was still talking about it and like, oh my God, like, yo, this shit looks dope, blah, 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 blah. They would be taking a victory lap right now, bro. But instead, they're out here damage controlling because nobody liked that shit. And they're over here, hey guys, it's time to move on from your Henry Cavill obsession.
Really?
Won't fool or fly on me. I'm not gonna drink it.
This ain't Granny's peach tea, bro. For real.
It's definitely not Granny's peach
and
tea,
it's
bro.
just like, it's like, why? I don't know why that they and people can put out this article at Collider at a corporation and be like, yeah, this is good. This is gonna really hit the internet positively or do like what we want it to. Do you guys not know how the world works? Usually, when you forcibly tell somebody to do something, there's 100% chance they're not gonna do it. So why do you keep telling us what to effing do? You know,
bro, y'all know what's up. You ever like be just about to wash the dishes and your mom walk by and she'd be like, yo, go wash the dishes. It instantly makes you not even want to do it anymore.
Facts.
Right?
You know what? I was about to, but since you said something,
right?
Now I ain't doing shit. And it's exactly like why everybody else who wants us to stop is making us dig our fucking heels in even more, dude. I got that, the anchor that the Superman is pulling in BVS during the montage, bro. Yeah. He's pulling the boat. I'm dug in like that, dude. But Superman's pulling me the other way, digging me in as hard as I am. Like, Henry Cavill will forever be GOAT Superman now. Like, there's no debate. If Ben Affleck is GOAT fucking Batman, Superman is GOAT Superman. Like, Henry Cavill is GOAT Superman. There's no Reeves. I'm not even gonna fucking debate Reeves anymore. He is not a great Superman, and I didn't even like watching that shit because I was born in the 90s when there was better special effects and better acting. So that whole Reeves verse, like when I watched Superman and Superman 2 and all that, I thought it was when I watched it. Okay. And I mean that completely truthfully and honestly. I'm not saying that to be hateful or anything of that nature. When I saw those Superman movies, I was like, this really is not my cup of tea. And I moved on. I went and when I saw the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, I was like, this is what we need. Some live action superhero stuff that actually puts you into the real life stuff, real world, and it makes it feel real. And then we got Man of Steel, and I was like, this is what we need. This is like I'm watching the Justice League Unlimited and Justice League animated show and the Superman animated series. I'm watching that put to life all the destruction that we see. It was like Dragon Ball Z, but for superheroes, and it was realistic. The physics were there, the story was there, the imagery was there. Everything was there that encompassed why this was a great film, great ideology, a great casting. Like Henry Cavill is the GOAT Superman. And it's like, wow, you could put a great debate like Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Was it Henry Cavill that made Superman the best, or was it Zack Snyder that made Superman the best? I think they both needed it, and they both made this. They both came together to make this character the greatest of our generation, the greatest of many generations, because I can sit here as a 30-year-old, talk to a 40, 50-year-old, and a 20-year-old, and they all agree that Henry Cavill is Superman. So they can say whatever they want out there in big media, and people can have their little arbitrary opinions from a magazine or from some blog website. But until you go out and you work a day in your life, work an 8-hour shift with 2 breaks or 1 break or no break, work a 10-hour shift, work a 12-hour shift, work a 24-hour shift, until you do that, you're not going to have opinions that match ours because you don't understand what reality is. You live inside of a bubble and you sit behind a desk all day. This is what reality is. This is real people telling you our opinions, not something that, oh, we're going to tell you how you should feel. Nah, I thought we were in a day and age when all of our opinions and all of our emotions and feelings should be validated. Is that only true for a certain section of the population on the earth? Or is it just Snyder fans who have to feel like shit and they can't get what they want and we have to fucking sit on the edge of abyss all the time? Nah, fuck that. I put out a tweet that was replied to this, and they said it's time to move on from your Henry Cavill Superman obsession. And my reply was, it's time to stop being bullied by big media and corporations. We are the only fandom that puts up with this type of shit. And we just got to tell them, nah, like, no. And I am digging my heels in like a mother effer. And we got another homie.
Yeah.
He's got to pop in it. Let him go out. I'm gonna go back in the Speed Force. I'm gonna go back in the Speed Force. But I'm gonna leave this up. If you can remove that whenever you want, homie.
Oh yeah, it's all good. But
Okay.
yeah, while you was going in, we got another cool table member that joined the fray.
Let me say what up real quick.
A wild Leon has appeared, right?
What's
going on,
Wow, Leon appeared, bro.
Right.
Fucking Pokemon. Sorry. No.
Who was that Pokemon?
Yeah.
It's Batman. But yeah. Yo, I
What's
just
going on?
chilling, y'all. Hey, Austin was ripping Collider a new one, and good seeing y'all. Good seeing you, Sky.
Good morning, homie. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'm getting ready for a work event. It's like it's a party rather, but as I was doing that, I was like, oh, let me check out what the homie's doing. I clicked my TV because I have my YouTube on TV or whatever, and I'm like, I see this goofy ass article, so I was like, I gotta say something. I gotta say something. Yeah, I just thought it was interesting. You know, we know that we live in a day and age where narratives are being, unleashed upon us at a rapid rate. And we know how this works. They're trying to push the narrative out there that, hey, get over it, guys. Move on. He's moved on, to try to prepare us for the, I don't know, I would say red carpet, but the yellow carpet being rolled out there for the latest Superman film that they're developing. And cool. I think it's interesting that we are one of the few fan bases that I can know that I know of that is constantly being told to move on and go away, etc., in place of something else. Now, that one thing I would disagree with Austin on is when he said we're the only one. We're not the only ones. We're one of the most repeated when it comes to, I'll say, narrative assault, right? But no, we're not the only one. There's major fandoms out there that have been told you're racist, you're sexist, you're this, you're whatever ism or phobe if you do not embrace this version of this IP or brand or characterization or character that we are trying to shove down your throat, right? You know, that several major fans, but we are definitely one of the most assaulted when it comes to narrative overload or new narrative overload, right? What I'll say to add to what I'm saying is this, right? No one is out there telling Christopher Reeves fans to get over it. No one's telling the Tyler Hoechlin guys to get over it. No one told the Smallville lovers to get over it. No one told 89 Keaton fans to get over it. No one told Kilmer fans to get over it. Hell, no one told the Dark Knight trilogy fans to move on and get over it.
Bro, you know what I just thought about?
What's that?
Like Superman seems to be one of the only things, bro, that we have to still hold on to the tone from the 70s.
Absolutely.
Like it just hit me. Who is complaining about the tone of the new Dune movie versus the older one that came out? Right? Are those two films tonally the same, bro?
No, not at all.
Not at all, right? But it's cool for Dune to, you know, create something new, modernize it, right? And they'll push the shit out of that.
Right.
They'll push the shit out of it and be sitting there like, hey, guys, like, yo, you ain't, you know, hey, everybody rock out with this Dune film, right? Where's all the pushback about the tone of Dune versus the older film?
To add to what you're saying about tone, that's why I give constant pushback, or at least I hope I have been giving constant pushback whenever someone says it's okay that Man of Steel was darker. That movie wasn't dark. Man of Steel was just taken seriously. It was just mature. It was modern, right? And I would even add that the version of Clark Kent Superman that we saw in the film wasn't even this incredibly altruistic version of the character that's just put in the modern realm. Because even I've mistakenly said similar things. I just think he's a fucking man. Like, real talk. Like, Sky, we've met in real life. We've shaken hands. We've eaten together. We've gone out together. We've partied.
Bread,
we've had
all that.
Broke bread, serious fucking conversations, you and I. You know, we've partied.
Jacuzzi bros.
I was about to say, chilling in a jacuzzi with ladies and other people and having had conversations. Like, we've run the gamut as if we'd known each other for eons, right? When I see you, I see a man. We know what men are like. And I don't need to clarify that for a man, but for those that don't get it, what I mean by that is someone who, when the chips are down, shout out to you, Retro. When the chips are down, they don't complain, they don't cry and moan. They pull up their bootstraps and they try to solve. Shout out to Austin. They try to solve the problem. But sometimes that man, as strong as they are, they fall. And what do? They pick up the phone and they call their mother. They ask, what would dad do? They look to their right and they see that beautiful woman next to them who's smart, who's brave, who's strong, who's independent, but they chose me. Right? And you look to them and you say, not everybody stays good forever. Because as a man, you are fallible. You make mistakes. Life gets too much for you to bear when you are the one who always has to be strong, right? So then you got your woman who comes in, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded. What do? We hit a fucking home run. We run the bases. Stop. guys from fighting because you're too damn manly. You've let your manliness get way too in the way. Stop, guys. You're on the same damn side.
Yeah.
Come together. That's his mom's name. He is one of us. That Zack Snyder, Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, and the rest of the crew. Shout out to Larry Fong and all the rest. They showed us a man in a modern world being put through the fucking ringer. That's not
Through the
dark.
ringer, bro.
That's just serious. You know? Admittedly, BVS is dark. It's intended to be. Man of Steel is not. Right?
It's not.
So when
They
we
always
say
use that one picture, bro, of him in the interrogation room and try to act like that was the whole damn film, bro. Like, oh my God, it lacked color.
narrative assault.
Right? Crazy, bro.
They use the same 2 to 3 pictures for all of these characters. And you're right, in particular Superman, because if we can hit you with narrative assault to make you believe that this version of Superman, all he did was stroll through the movie and just be dark and look serious and never smile, but we take out the context of why he was serious, why it appeared as though he didn't smile, because there was real stuff happening all around him in a 360-degree circle. He was being assaulted just like you are with narratives, right? He was being assaulted by his own kind. So at the end of the day, this is why Man of Steel has aged like a fine wine, because we can all relate to that. We don't have to look like handsome Henry Cavill. We don't have to be as tall as him or strong as him. We've all been hit with assault of some kind in our lives, and we look and say, "What the hell do I do now? This is crazy." Some of us say, "It's first world problems. Get the hell up and wipe your nose. Shut up. Get to work." Some of us are going through worse. God forbid. But we all are put with challenges before us, and we don't do it with a smile sometimes. We do it with ferocity. And once we blaze through it and look back, we go, "Yo, Sky, hey, brother, you remember that shit?"
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then we smile, just like he did
Crazy.
at the end when he got the job at the Daily Planet. Happy to be here, Lois. I'm done.
Right. Hey, look. The only way that this Saturday morning could get any better, right, is if we completed the cool table. You know what I'm saying? And the homie El Necron is in the building, aka
Yeah.
El Boogie. What's going on, bro?
Dun, 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 dun. Hey, what's up, everyone? I saw the signal in the sky that the cool table must unite over this.
This is crazy. I had no idea that this is happening, and this is totally like taking over the stream. But I don't give a shit. Like,
Well, okay, Collider, who never said anything about Rebel Moon. You know, one of the biggest things that hit sci-fi entertainment in the last year. Didn't say a damn thing about it, right? Except maybe a bad review. They have the audacity to come tell us to get over our Henry Cavill obsession. You know, maybe we're obsessed with good movies. And we want more good movies, not bad movies. So,
Right.
yeah, man, I'm obsessed with Henry Cavill Superman. And this, I heard, Leon, when you were talking about the part where they said he never smiled, did anybody happen to watch the part where he did his first flight in the movie? I thought that, I thought that was one of the most fun and feel good, uplifting, like superhero fucking like power reveal scenes I ever saw in the movie. And he was having a blast. He was just enjoying life in his new fucking, sorry I cussed, his new flight powers of his, and I was like, man, I feel good. And it was so good. The X-Men cartoon that everybody loves, they did the whole type of thing with Storm when she got her powers back. Sorry, spoiler reveal if you ain't watched it, but it's It was amazing, and even those people feel it. So how are you going to tell me he never smiles when one of the best reveals of power scenes, he's smiling through his whole thing? And like Leon, what you're saying, Henry Cavill, Superman finally showed us a Superman. Damn, he has problems just like we all do. He has to deal with a bunch of BS in his life. And that's why a lot of people latched on to Henry Cavill Superman, because he was a really relatable Superman. Even though he had all these powers, he still had day-to-day problems like any one of us. And how's he going to, get through life, get through the day with all these people, like you said, all these guns were at his back and his chest, and he still does it. I just don't. And then, Collider comes out with this, Superman obsession. He's moved on, right, Sky? He's moved on. Is that why he took the role back when they offered it to him? And he was so happy to be Superman again. And a month later, they humiliate him and fire him. But he's moved on. He had no choice. He's an actor. He has to take other roles to move on. But you don't think that Netflix approached Henry Cavill right now and said, "Hey, we want you to come back as Superman," and the Zack Snyder directed universe, that this man would say yes? This man loves this role, and he definitely hasn't moved on. So
Utterly ridiculous, bro.
It's like, what is the point of this article other than you guys are mad that your Superman reveal flopped? So what do?
That's exactly what it is, bro. That's exactly what it is. Right.
You got to throw tomatoes at Henry Cavill and his fan base, and telling all you guys basically said it. When you guys sit here and tell us to move on, you just gave us more ammo to fight you back, because that's what's going to happen. No one likes to be told, you can't be into this anymore. You need to move on. Who the hell are you to tell us what we're into and what we want? Since when does fan base get told what they can and can't have? I'm sorry your company can't figure out to give the people who buy your products what they want. It's obvious this is what people want.
I just want to say this. I'm so glad you said that. That is such a great point that I think we all kind of felt but needed to be stated, that they did this because they know when they revealed that damn suit that everybody yawned, passed gas, fell asleep, did their laundry, and text their mom, "Hey, how you doing?" No one gave a damn.
It didn't hit.
And one of the biggest, most profit-geared platforms, Forbes, called it AI. Forbes. So this isn't like some Zack Snyder cultist narrative. This is a popular narrative. Forbes covered it.
Yeah, dude. Forbes. I think they know a little bit about money and what works for money. I mean, I'm not an expert here.
Wait a minute. Hey, y'all want to know something? You know why I think Forbes is really not fucking with them no more? Because they like, this sales shit make more sense than what you think.
Let's touch on that real quick. I'm so glad you said that. I was wondering when we were going to get there one day. Let's touch on that briefly. Because think about it. When Cell came out, we didn't call anybody and say, "Hey, can you please make an article?" Hell, I wouldn't even know who to fucking call.
Right.
Excuse my French.
I wouldn't know who to call either, bro.
Facts.
Like, come on, man.
That thing was barely out 24 hours, and we already had an article from Forbes. We've had 5, by the way, where Forbes has either headlined us or covered us in a sense in an article, right? Anyway, not trying to brag or anything, but Forbes covered us damn near 24 hours after the idea hit the internet, thanks to the gentleman Skywalker the Jedi, and they were cool with it. They had their pros and their cons, and they mostly rocked with it. When this suit hits, AI looks better. Look at that, guys.
Yeah.
Look at that CW ass suit. You know what I mean? Crazy.
You got Dude, it's like when you see the car you want at the car lot, and you maybe driven one like it before, and you know what you want, and they're still trying to sell you the other car. And you know for a fact this other car is not what you want. It doesn't even have all the bells and whistles of the car you want, but they're still trying to sell you this other car at the same price of the one you want.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody knows what the hell's going on when that's happening. You're like, this guy's trying
At the
to pull
same
one
price,
over
bro.
on me. Yeah, at the same
You know what I'm
price,
saying?
trying to.
At the same
this
price.
car over here. And you're like, fuck, I don't want that damn car.
And then he's trying to tell you why the other one's better.
Yeah,
And
and
then
when you
you're
know
steady
for a
asking
fact,
you know, right?
you know that's exactly what's going on with WB. They're trying to tell us, no, this is just as good, if not better, when you know for a fact it's not. Your eyes are looking at it saying, this is not better. It doesn't look better. Doesn't sound better. It has less horsepower. You know, whatever the case. It's not a, V8. It's a, what is it now? They got the electric and I don't even buy those. Whatever, man. Those California cars. No offense, guy. But
no, I got you.
But you know what I mean? Everybody knows this ain't the best deal out there, but yet you're trying to tell me it is. This is what WBD is trying to do to us. They're lying to us, and they're going to their little minions, telling us it's time to get over your Henry Cavill obsession as Superman. No.
Can I briefly say something?
Yeah, I'm just
All right.
rambling.
No, you're good, man. Look, I'm gonna say this. I don't want to see a single article.
Hey,
even though,
hold up, we can just cook fucking Collider. Like I don't know. Like we can just stay on this Collider shit.
Yeah, hey, man.
Listen,
it really got me mad when I saw it.
Stream, bro.
Yeah.
No. I'm about to change the name of the stream.
Austin, get back into Out of Speed Force. Come back.
Yeah, this is a cool table stream now. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Hey, fuck it. Hey,
Let's
I'm
go.
Sorry. Fuck it. I'm about to change the name right now.
Hey, this is the Syndicate Network, y'all. All right.
Right here.
Independent spaces like this who aren't bought and paid for by studios. We run ourselves. We can switch it up as we go. You know what I'm saying?
For
we
sure.
do what we like and what we want and what we must. That being said, I don't want to see a.
Sorry, y'all. We're gonna finish Blood of Zeus next weekend. I'm sorry. This has to happen right now.
Hey, facts.
Hey. Fucking do what you do, Leon. I'm about to change the stream up.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. So, and hit that like, y'all. Hit that like. You know what I'm saying? Share. Get the word out. Give them some narrative assault for once.
Yeah.
Right? So, that being said, speaking of narrative assault, with that theme in mind, I do not want to hear a single solitary soul, whether it be live in the flesh, a bot, or an article from Collider, tell me that when this movie flops, that it's okay. It just needed to be good so that we can push the story forward and blah, blah, blah. And I also don't want to fucking see or hear or even look at someone's body language and think that this is what they're thinking. That it's somehow the Snyder cultist is the reason why it flopped. Well, what you're basically trying to say is we are a sizable subscriber base. I'm just kidding. A sizable fandom that can control ticket sales and box office failure or success, correct? That's what they're saying. So I don't want to hear any of that because this movie, this next Superman film, has to be, and I'm not even talking quality. Obvious quality is going to do with numbers, but I'm just saying, I'm not even speaking towards quality. We see it's kind of ass already. Mm-hmm. But that being said, I don't want to see anybody say, oh, it doesn't have to be successful. It does. Because you have to justify why you fired Henry Cavill.
Mm-hmm.
You have to justify why Henry Cavill's firing then created a trickle effect in manipulation towards Gal Gadot and outright lies against Ben Affleck saying he was going to work with them and other such narrative assaults. You have to justify this. which spelled the end of the DCEU as we knew it at that point in time. You have to justify why rebooting, and I use air quotes, rebooting and moving on and moving forward with something new is the ideal choice. You have to justify that. And the only way to justify it isn't by words. Because I could sit up here all day and talk about #sell, correct? And you either buy it or you don't. The proof is in the pudding. Especially when we have something in my field, what we call, I'll just say solid evidence, because it'd be too complex to even explain. The solid evidence would be Man of Steel being the highest grossing solo Superman film.
Yep.
You can't just do Man of Steel numbers. You have to do fucking better. You have to do better to justify why we let everybody go. If it is not an unequivocally just smash hit, there's no way that I can look at this and say I have to explain it into a hit. No, it's a hit. It's a smash box office hit. No matter the quality, no matter my opinion, it could look like absolute ass and it makes close to $1 billion. I'll shut the fuck up. What am I going to say? It's trash. It made its money. And guess what? If it makes its money, it's here to stay, correct?
Yeah.
If it's a flop or not better than Man of Steel box office wise, I don't want to hear anybody with any excuses. It's a wrap. I relinquish the mic.
Well, you know what they're going to say if it's a flop, Leon. It's those damn Snyder people. All of a sudden, we're powerful enough to make a movie flop, but when it's not that, oh, we're just, a small little group of, loud fans that, make noise, but we don't really matter. But when they need someone to blame, it's always us, right?
And absolutely. I almost want them to do that. Please blame us. You only help us.
Prove the case, right?
Facts.
Yeah.
If you're telling us we're toxic, we need to forget and move on and embrace the new future, the new wave, the new girlfriend who ain't twerking right, who ain't cooking right, who ain't got a degree between her and her mama, but I gotta accept this scallywag off the streets that you're telling me is better than the new thing that you chased away. You gotta tell me I've had the best, arguably the best. Every time I think of her, I go, man, she had that recipe, Damn, she was smart. Every time I would have an idea, she would come behind me and add that extra piece to it, and I go, damn. Oh,
put the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you assholes came through that said you were my friend, said you were my family. You chased her away. She was the shit, and you chased her away. Now you want me to take this street corner thing who can't dress, puts her shoes and heels on slow.
Why the world's falling apart.
While the world around us is falling apart. You want me to take her? Well, no, she's got to do some things. And if she ain't doing those things, she got to go. And if we got that kind of power, then damn it, sell ZSJL to Netflix. Sell SNYDER'S to Netflix. Period.
Facts, dude. I mean, like I said, you trying to sell me the less option for the same price? I think everybody knows what the good deal is, and that was, what we already had. But you're trying to force this other crap on us. And now you're coming out with hit pieces telling us to move on. I'm just set up, Leon. It's just annoying, man.
I was there. I was there some months ago. I kind of get there sometimes. For me, I am fed up and frustrated. But it's like, it's not as intense. Now I just laugh. I go, because I see the Matrix now. I see the program. I'm just like, I'm surprised it took this long for you guys to put this out, but it makes sense because of what you said, Necron. They released the suit reveal, Then Collider comes in and says, "Oh, fuck, they didn't like it, guys. What do we do?
Well,
Somebody punch up an article."
it's Henry Cavill's fault. Let's blame him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys need to move on.
You know,
I didn't even
Henry
bother clicking that shit.
Henry Cavill. Yeah, I didn't read this article. I knew it'd just be stupid stuff that'd be like, here we go again.
Right.
I'm sorry, bros, that you ain't popping like Henry Cavill did. The fans are gonna react how the fans feel, and you can get mad about that all you want, but what are you supposed to do? People feel how they feel, and the feeling wasn't there, and more than that, it got ridiculed by everybody across the board. Not even people who are really even into this stuff were like making memes and ripping it because it was ridiculous. And I can't see, as a company of your stature, cannot see how that was ridiculous.
Because Necron, the thing that they don't see is the thing that you, myself, Sky, Austin, and probably everybody in the chat right now, and those that are viewing, we see it. And it's the world does not view any version of Superman as, oh, that's Zack Snyder, oh, that's the dude from Smallville, oh, that. They just see Superman, and then they talk. That's what we see first and foremost, right?
Yes.
So when the world sees a dude in a suit sitting in a chair putting on his boots in a baggy, cosplay looking suit. As a cosplay outfit, on a side note, if that was a cosplay, I'd be like, yo, that's pretty dope.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna. I know some people rag on. I'm like, hey, if that was a cosplay, I'd be like, hey, good job.
Fact.
Because you're a fan, you built it yourself.
Fact.
Cool.
If that were a TV show, like if it was like CW or HBO Max, I'd be like, cool, nice, that's what's up.
Because that's what you expect from
Correct.
something of that stature.
Correct.
Yeah.
As the whole world would, right? Because we
Yeah.
all accept every version of Superman that's been on television look that way. On the big screen, we go, what is this? What is this bullshit? And naturally people go, the dude before him looked jacked. The dude before him had a dope ass suit. They're not tripping about color palettes and color hues and the darkness and the pigment. All they're seeing is a big ass S on a white dude's chest who looks handsome with a big ass red cape, and they're like, does this rock or does it not? And the world collectively said not. So you know what's interesting? What's know that we're looking at this as Zack Snyder fans at Collider, right? I think Collider was talking to the world, and that's where they fucked up. They're just lucky that Twitter is bottom of the barrel in social media, because if this was Instagram, if this were anywhere else, Facebook, because the consensus everywhere else is we get a more global view. Hell, even if we just focus on America, where we are from and where we are, if we look at America, the conversation is more diverse in its opinion as far as the way it's structured. But the general consensus is, hey, that's cool when you speak about Henry Cavill. He's handsome, he's hot, he's this and that. I keep using these phrases because this is what I've heard from people.
Leon, 100%. People outside of this, just normal people, freaking like I use my wife as an example because she's my view into the outside world. She hates nerd stuff. All right, sorry, but it's the facts. Even all her and her group of friends, they know who Henry Cavill is, and they know it. He's a good-looking guy, and they all want more of Henry Cavill.
Facts. Because at its base level, when you have a Henry Cavill in a perfect suit, on its base level, like, okay, movies have kind of almost a finite view of time in which, like, they're talked about, especially in the internet age we live in. Everything's rapid. We live in a 24/7 news cycle. Something that's hot is now not, and not in a bad way, but it's just like, we talked about it enough already. What's the next thing? And then it just kind of becomes a meme, and then it resurfaces in meme form. when it comes to Henry Cavill's Superman and Henry Cavill in general, the meme of him is when you look outside and talk to people, he's a hot meme. That's what it is. He's the hot
Yeah.
Superman.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what he is. This guy is getting off on the wrong boot, pun intended.
Yes, that's fantastic.
You have to look at it surface level, right? These people are trying to appeal to nerds online and these weirdo collider level geeks that are online. These people aren't the audience. The audience is the audience. General audience. How do I bring the general audience in to watch my Superman movie? A character that's already been viewed in large part as either boring, too powerful, unrelatable because he's too powerful, outside of the nerd conversation. I'm just speaking purely on general audience appeal, right? Like, outside of Christopher Reeves, when we got to Smallville, people watched that show up to a point because he was relatable. He's a high school dude. It was new. It was groundbreaking at the time. It was like, cool, man. Like, oh my God, he's in high school. What? Da da da. Good looking dude, etc., etc., right?
Yep.
You go to Superman Returns, it was everything that everybody said he was in general audience conversation in one movie.
Yep.
Boring, too powerful, unrelatable. It was all that shit. And on top of that, they made him a deadbeat dad. Then you fast forward to the SNYDER'S.
That's true.
Right, you know, you got a farm boy who's tall, he's handsome, he's strong, he's chill. He could punch a hole through the earth, but he'd rather just say, hey, dude, don't touch that girl's ass, or I'm going to have to destroy your truck. Hey, Mom, how you been doing? I know where I'm from now. You know, that shit is relatable on so many levels, right? Like,
For sure. Yes.
and then to protect his mom, to protect the town he came from, and then protect the world. It was such a three-pronged protection. It was like mom, town, world. Like, amazing stuff. And it aged like wine. Because we can all relate to all the things that happen in Man of Steel to some degree, while also sitting back and shoving popcorn in our face. What we're
For
seeing
sure.
now
Yeah.
is the CW/Smallville, in a way, sitting in a chair, about to do some things. Now, for all I know, that movie could kick major ass. Good for it. But if it does not resonate in the box office, we know it did not resonate with the general audience.
Facts.
Point blank.
I mean, in the end of the day, it all boils down to how much money did it make, right? That's what the investors want to know. That's what
Facts.
Everyone who put money into it wants to make more money. And okay, if it's a critical hit, that's really not going to justify. I mean, that point you made earlier was brilliant about you tuck it away from us to give us something else, so it better hit even harder than anything that's come before it and at the box office. I don't want to hear this 500 to 600 million is going to be considered a big hit for it. That's not Man of Steel money.
Right. And because think about it. That's why The Batman did not make $1 billion. I called the box office before the damn trailer dropped. I was like, if they're going bare bones Batman again, people ain't lining up to see that in $1 billion realm, right?
Mm-mm.
They'll line up to see it in base Batman level. If you give the world a good Batman movie, they're going to give you what the Batman got. Point blank. Adjusted for inflation, Batman Begins makes that. The
For
Dark
sure.
Knight obviously made $1 billion. The Dark Knight Rises almost cooked the first Avengers movie, if not for that tragedy that occurred that year.
Oh, yeah. You are
So,
correct. Yeah.
every time in this modern realm of filmmaking, when it comes to comic book movies and the evolution of comic book filmmaking, thanks to several names, Christopher Nolan, etc., you have people wanting to see the evolution of something. When you see Man of Steel, you get that sense of what you got with the Dark Knight trilogy. And what I mean by that is quality and seriousness, right? Seriousness to the product. You got Man of Steel. You got Batman vs Superman, as divisive as it was, because frankly, it was divisive, because of the cut that we got in theaters. Still entertaining, still thought provoking, and it still damn near made $1 billion, if not for it being snatched out of theaters globally, or especially in China. It got snatched out of theaters early.
Who does that?
I know.
Right? Unless you got some type of agenda against someone. Who does that? Like,
Facts.
why do you... Unreal.
So that being said, you have Ben Affleck's Batman, which is, as far as the way it's produced, the way it's made to look, it's an evolution of what came before it, right? Everybody sees this ripped out of the comic books aesthetically version of Batman, and he's able to keep up with the Justice League. He's a Justice League level Batman, straight out of the comics. So then you go and you say, well, damn, if they make a solo film of this shit's gonna make $1 billion, right?
Yep.
You get the Batman, and quality aside, you just have a devolved version of Like, why are we doing that again? So now you get Superman, that's already hard to make into a box office smash hit.
Yeah, for sure.
Man of Steel had an uphill climb, and it was successful because it was not your granddaddy's Superman to a degree.
And let's talk about, it had to come off the heels of Superman Returns. It had, I mean, it even had a tougher hill to climb because
and
that
the
movie
Dark Knight
left,
trilogy.
and the Dark Knight trilogy,
Big
just for
shoes to fill.
quality. Whew.
Big shoes to fill, and it filled them. With that being said, I'm not even trying to beat up on the Batman, because even that movie, with all this weirdness and unnecessary shit, it's aged a bit well. It's aged okay when you compare it to all the other comic book shit coming out and that has already come out. At least Matt Reeves was trying, I suppose. But even then, it's a devolved Batman. Ain't nobody in the $1 billion range getting up out of bed to go see that, because we've watched that already, right? So we're gonna go to now Superman used to be Legacy, and we're gonna watch this again. We're gonna watch him go on a Daily Planet and do some weird TikTok shit. We're gonna watch him be with Lois and watch him be with Lex and watch him fumble and bumble and dun 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 with the red trunks, and we saw that shit already.
Yeah.
Where's the evolution of the character? So yeah. It's not. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's a great point, because the Batman is a devalued version of what Ben Affleck was, and now it looks like history's going to repeat itself again with Superman. We're going to get a devalued version of what Henry Cavill was. I could be wrong. Like you said, this movie could all of a sudden blow our mind. And we'll have to eat crow if that happens. But the way it looks right now, and from the director who's directing it and what he has done at DC so far, I'm not betting on money for that to happen. I can only go by what he's done prior, and his last his DCEU movie, The Suicide Squad. It didn't fucking cut the mustard for me. I thought it was a disaster. Terrible
So let's
movie.
touch on that for a second, because I've heard people try to make excuses for that line of reasoning, which is, we're going off of the resume. See, I see that thrown against ZACK when it comes to the narrative assault, right? I see that thrown against ZACK. Well, look at his resume. He likes to talk about, I'm not going to say the actual word, but R-A-P, the rest. Grapes a lot in his films. He likes to talk about, you get what I'm saying, right? He likes to talk about grapes a lot, and it's like, well, how can you? Well, no wonder his movies are. And it's like, no. He talks about it in a sense where justice is served against the person who made the assault on the victim, right? That's why he does it. Which is a through line in all his DC movies, where justice is served against the people who assault the innocent, right?
Yes.
So with that in mind, whenever I see someone say, well, he's an auteur, and well, actually, I ain't gonna lie, I've never heard anybody say that about James Gunn, even when they defend him.
Classic.
He's good at what he does, and he can deliver, and you never know, guys. Just give him a chance. And it's like,
he's good at what he does. Fart jokes and unnecessary violence. I like a good violent movie, but it has to be right in the context of the film, not just because.
Well, we have to. Here's the thing. If we're talking resumes, we also have to see versatility. Before Zack touched Man of Steel, we saw versatility. We saw, whether you liked the movies or not, we saw a dude who was very, very competent and confident in
With a
creating.
mission? Yes.
Yeah, in creating science fiction films. We're talking on a horror level. We're talking on even in a historical fiction level, right? Like what he did with 300 was revolutionize the game. He took a lot of things that, like the Wachowskis, etc. It was weird. It was like, holy shit, man. He is like the evolution of different things that we've seen kind of come and go. And you see with 300, where he literally ripped 300 from the pages and threw it on screen. It was so beautiful. All of those things kind of paint the picture of this guy could handle a Superman movie if you give him the chance, because all he's ever done is make magic on the screen. Whether you like what you saw or not, you cannot say, because that's the one thing they can't say, because they've always said that as an indictment against Zack, that he's a visual storyteller. His visuals are always amazing, right? So I'm going to use that argument against you haters. We knew what he could do with Superman before he touched Superman. We're looking at James Gunn's resume. I don't see anything that says Superman at all.
Not even close.
And guess what? I'll defend the haters. That's okay. Because maybe he's got a trick or two up his sleeve. Cool. But at the end of the day, that box office needs to reflect. Period. I kind of got distracted a bit. What's going on?
I know. I guess this guy's highlighting comments. I guess Zod is being imitated by somebody, or a troll took Zod's name.
I already took care of that.
Okay, you took care of that?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. I was catching that too.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I think we kind of know who it is, but whatever. The real Zod Riders showed up.
They say imitation is a form of flattery, gentlemen. And
yeah,
Zod,
sorry.
if you're hearing this, Zod, you are being imitated, so you should feel flattered.
That your personality sways so much with these people that they want to imitate you.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Them people losers. Yeah, box office. If the box office ain't there, I don't care what you got to say. Flop, it's flop, it's an L. Regardless of your paid review. Hey, do you all remember when the Suicide Squad came out? You remember the commercials? 5-star reviews, best comic book movie ever made, this and that.
Who got out of bed to go watch it, though?
See, that's what I'm saying. It didn't even do well on
Negative
streaming.
100 million. That's who.
It was free on streaming, and it still wouldn't blow it didn't crash the servers or anything.
Facts.
like a certain Zack Snyder movie did when his came out on stream. Man, this stuff is just so ridiculous, you know.
And you can't say it was the team or the brand, because the first Suicide Squad movie was a smash hit to the point that it reminded me of the 90s. You had a soundtrack.
Dude,
I remember bumping that
good.
shit in the whip.
For real, dude. Every song, man, just classics from all type of genres in it. It was just like, wow, they knew what they were doing. And I know people call it the Studio Squad, but it was a hit.
Facts. It's Studio Squad for sure. However, even with that, people kept repeat viewing, and people talked about it. It was in the zeitgeist, and we were looking forward to what was to come next in its truest form, but we never got it. You know,
Dude, this is how I know
until, you know, ZSJL, that is.
Yeah, until it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like how cool, you know, the original Suicide Squad was, even though it's not the ultimate version of the movie. My wife will go, Captain Rip Flag. Oh yeah, he's cool in this movie. I'm like, you know the. I was just like, wow, she even knows, you know, the name of the character, and for that they even happened. That's just like amazing, because that's how that movie hit with the, you know, the mainstream crowd. Everybody likes it. Yeah, man, Harley Quinn is cool in that movie, and I want to see more of that Harley Quinn.
Yeah, most definitely, man. It's just sad that like there's been so much shit that's gone on behind the scenes that like relationships have seemingly soured. But you know what? That's nothing that money can't solve. Right?
I was literally thinking that money fixes all problems.
I'm back.
What up, Sky?
Yeah. I had to go get everything set up, and you know, I got a little caught up. What's going on? I'm back, guys. I heard like 95% of everything that you guys said, so for sure.
That's what's up.
We got a super chat in here. We got the homie ZACK Ryder with the $5 super chat saying the trolls are out in full force today. Be careful, everybody. Hashtag sales SNYDER'S to Netflix. Yeah. I know what happened, and I snatched that wrench right back. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, that was a little weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but,
they almost got us.
Much love to all y'all out there rocking out, man. Let me
Chat can sniff out that stuff, man.
Hold up. Let me go ahead and give y'all this drop real quick before I start saying what I got to say. Hold up.
I like Zack a lot as a guy, and he was an incredibly thorough. You know, he did all his own storyboards and stuff, which I think influenced me when I went on to my movies and do the same thing. And I saw how incredibly prepared he was. I thought it was great.
Yeah, right.
He saw
but
the
look, y'all.
print.
Yeah, look, this is crazy, bro. To be in a place where all this time later, bro, they still trying to blame us for some of this shit. This is actually incredible, bro. This is actually incredible. But hey, we about to get to it, and we gonna get to cooking in 1 sec. I mean, the homie's been cooking, but I'm about to cook. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Word.
We got Austin with the $10 super chat saying, "Make it official. Run that for cool time's sake. Hashtag the cool table." Look, that's a good idea. I'm gonna go ahead and run that, and then we'll be right back because I got a lot to say. Real talk.
Bang.
Yo, man, look, it was so nice seeing that again. You know what I'm saying? Let me say this, man, because I think that, you know, this has to be stated, right? I've been watching the moves of Collider, bro, ever since, you know, they came into prominence with the whole merging of the AMC Movie Talk, and they first brought John Campea over, right? And I've just watched it turn from something that we used to actually watch to try to get some semblance of, you know, good information from, right? And I've watched them turn into just this clickbait machine that does nothing but the bidding of these studios. And now I'm thinking, I don't know if this was all, like, this might have always been the case, yo. Like, because we know that was probably happening with Campea, you know. And you see all these years later, bro, they're sitting there still trying to fucking talk to us Snyder fans, bro. Still, after all this time. When are y'all gonna move on, bro? How long have y'all been telling us to move on? Right? Do people go and, I mean, like, I would like to know any other, like, television show, movie, or whatever that people still talk about and still who the fuck goes around telling fans of this stuff to move on? This is in such bad taste. And they keep failing over and over and over again. Y'all, I actually have some footage that I want to share with you guys. And this is a live look at Collider trying to, like, dunk on the Snyder fans, so to speak.
O'Neal deep in the post, lots of contact there. Oh, what a block by Wallace! What a jump ball!
Y'all suck, bro. We looking like Ben Wallace in his prime.
Yo. Y'all
suck.
suck. Yo. I like that.
This is so crazy. Y'all keep trying over and over and over again, and you guys just keep failing. You're failing at every single point. Like, yo, y'all knees hurt at this point? Like, I couldn't keep acting like this, man. There's no way that I could just, you know, perform like, I don't even know how to word this without sounding crazy. But it's almost like virtual fellatio, man. Like, I don't get it. Bro, when are y'all gonna move on? When are y'all gonna move on, dude? I don't understand this. I really don't, yo. I really don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? This is a time where you would think that, you know, with a new Superman on the horizon, right? All their focus would be over there, you know? Why is it that you guys are still over here after the Corrin Sweat reveal? Why aren't you guys covering Corrin Sweat in his suit? Why aren't you guys doing breakdowns and looking at the suits and zooming in and trying to, you know, do breakdowns on whatever's going on in the background? Why? Because that shit looks trash. That's why you're not doing it. You can't blow that image up and keep trying to look into the details because the shit looks trash. The more you zoom in, the worse it looks. This is AI level bullshit. And that's not just coming from the Snyder fans.
No,
but that's why they're doing this. What were you saying, Necron?
No, when you said it's not even coming from Snyder fans, this roasting of that suit went mainstream as hell. It ain't just Snyder fans. And, you know, they want to frame it as that, obviously, by this article that, you know, oh, you know, let's get them back with this. But nah, it was all type of people talking trash on that suit. People I never even heard of.
Bro, me and my pops was never even having talks about like movies and stuff like that over these past few years until recently. And even he said Cavill is Superman. Right? Like, dude, this is beyond just the Zack Snyder fans, bro. Zack Snyder ain't my dad's favorite fucking director, dude. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? I would say he's way more of a James Cameron kind of guy. But once again, we ain't even had those kind of discussions. I'm just going off of what I can, you know, kind of see. You know, he loved like T2 and Aliens and all that stuff, right? So, you know, True Lies, right? But I don't know.
It's because Henry solidified himself as Superman. To the world at this moment, and for the last 5 years, and probably the next 5 years, Henry Cavill is the Superman to the world. He is solidified in that role. I don't know how they think they can just turn around and change that right away. Now, if it was Superman Returns level type of prior to Henry, yeah, they'd probably be doing a easier, you know, transition into another Superman. But you're not. The world recognizes Henry as Superman. I mean, it's obvious.
We got South County guy saying, "Hey everyone, did y'all see the post Zach Light saying never move on?"
I mean, if I may for a second.
Oh, by all means.
Oh, sorry. Let me mute the.
Yeah, homie.
My apologies. I had it going on in the background. I'm trying to get ready at the same time. Apologies, gentlemen. Because I'm like, let me just give you a peek real quick. That was really silly of me because I'm listening to y'all here and I'm like, cook. And then one of y'all took a breath and I'm like, ooh, let me jump in. when probably I cut somebody off here because I was,
Oh yeah,
I wasn't looking
done.
I wasn't listening to you guys in real time, so my apologies.
Hey, I want to say though, I
solidified, man.
appreciate you for even having the acknowledgement and the wherewithal for knowing that you had the stream on in the background. Because I will say, a lot of people have been on streams recently
and they don't even notice.
Bro,
yeah,
the
yeah.
echo,
You get
like,
that echo
come
effect.
on.
It sounds
And it's funny
terrible.
because I didn't even get the echo because I was still putting my headphones on. I was just speaking into the actual mic on the headset, and I just heard. I'm like, oh shit! I still got my TV.
Good
So
thing
anyway.
you did. Yeah, anyways, go ahead if you may.
Ah, damn it! I don't remember what I was gonna say. Damn, I don't remember now.
Of course.
thought.
Of course.
Damn, that happened.
I'm so
Hold
sorry.
on, hold on. I'm gonna mute real quick because I know exactly where I was at.
He's gonna take his headphones back off, turn the stream back on,
Yeah.
walk into the
Mute
same
his
room.
mic,
shit.
listen to it. Yeah. All the-
What were you just saying, Sky? What were you just saying? Views must be down. Hey, shout out to Marcus. Shout out to Marcus.
That's a fact.
With
Yeah.
the $5 super chat saying views must be down, so Collider will dip into the Snyder negative drift. Bro,
Oh, of
when
course.
is views not down for them?
That narrative, narrative assault, man. But you were gonna have a drop for him or no?
Yeah. And thank you for realizing that. Hold on. Here you go.
Announcements from about DC and about the DC extended universe and about what they're going to do with the movies. You know what I would prefer? Content. Like, I don't think anyone has ever gone to an IMAX to watch a press conference or to like read Twitter. It's like, great, awesome. I'm glad you guys have all of these plans. Shut up and go execute them.
That is like one of my favorite clips, man.
Dude, I love Steven and Mel.
I just said that
it's
damn near
excellent.
when Necron and I were speaking. I'm like, no one is online perpetually having these conversations. We're all out here doing something in life, and the consensus is that Henry Cavill is Superman. So with that being said, I finally remember what I was gonna say, which is not only does everyone think Henry Cavill Superman for Man of Steel and BVS, etc., but they also know that he is Superman because he was just in fucking Black Adam. Like, people, like, come on, man. Y'all let the man show up in Black Adam. The shit went viral. Everybody talked about it. He did a damn press conference talking about his career like he's Denzel Washington about to retire or something. And he discussed Superman. ZACK came back talking about, that's my Superman. That's the best Superman. And everybody outside of social media was also discussing it. Like, I heard they got Superman and Black Adam. Even people that didn't watch Black Adam were like, so wait, Superman was in Black Adam? My mother calls me. So I gotta watch Black Adam? Yeah, Ma, I guess you do. Well, I already heard Superman's in it. Yep. I didn't want to spoil it, but I'm pretty sure that's why you said now you gotta watch Black Adam. She's like, I don't know. Okay, I guess I'll watch it. You know, I love that Superman. That Superman. I don't influence my mother's thinking. It's my mother, like, whatever. She loves Man of Steel. She loves Batman vs. Superman. Her favorite movies of, like, superhero shit is, like, Batman Begins. Like, she loves that movie. She came to me and said, I watched the ultimate version of Batman vs. Superman, and I think that might be my favorite superhero movie. Because my mother grew up real. She grew up in a real time frame where real shit happened. You know what I mean? So when she sees Batman vs. Superman, she's not looking for cartoons smashing up against each other with toys. She's looking for some real shit. But anyway, I digress. Man, that is another reason why Henry Cavill is Superman to everybody. Because we just saw the brother in Black Adam. And we were like, all right, what's next? He had a conversation like, hey, bro, we got to talk, Black Adam. What's up? and then they faded to black. We're still waiting on the rest of that. Like, come on, man. That's the general audience outside of nerdism.
People want to see that payoff, right?
I definitely want to see that damn payoff, bro.
Well, yeah, I want to see that
If-
payoff. That was a damn great cliffhanger.
If y'all don't
Black
want to see the
Adam,
payoff,
Superman walking.
I
up
want to
each
see
other.
that
Holy shit.
Bro, I want to see what that conversation was about. Like, what the fuck?
Right? I want to see that payoff, man.
We need to have a talk
100%.
or whatever. Like, damn,
That was
what
probably
we
one
gonna
of
say?
the best post-credit scenes in a superhero movie in recent years. You know, Henry Cavill back as Superman, coming up to Black Adam, who just showed like, damn, he's pretty damn powerful too. That would have been epic.
Yeah, on
And
the other
then
side
they
of that,
pulled the
like,
rug out from under us once again.
I looked at it too, like, oh man, it's cool to kind of showing the tech that's now become available with this new city that's like a part of the DCEU. Which, I can't even remember what it's called now. The like fake city that they made up.
Kondak.
Kondak. Yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. The city.
Let's go to Kondak.
That city.
Bruh, in the Injustice game, that's all Black Adam ever talks about is going back to Kondak. Like that's all he ever talks about in the game.
Yeah,
he's getting back to Kondak. But go ahead.
So he could care less about the rest of the world. This is
I need to go back. Nah, the tech we were seeing with Intergang and all of that as well, and the JSA, like, and then we saw that at the very end in that post-credit scene, that little drone that just popped up, and it was Waller, like, talking through a hologram. I was like, oh shit, like drones, right? Like, damn, when you think about that now, Waller's gonna be all over the place with these motherfuckers, like, which would be sick if you had Suicide Squad spin-offs to where you had multiple squads doing different missions, and Waller could be at each different spot with
But
these
also,
drones. You know what I'm saying? So
Fucking called Superman, dog.
in an
She
instant,
called Superman.
yeah, right.
That's crazy.
In an instant, she called Superman, and he came through. So, like, what's also then you got to think, what's the other side of that story? Like, okay, well then, how did Superman and Waller become such like friends or
Did
they're
you see
co-workers?
Studio Squad? Bruce
Actually-
Wayne told her ass, get
Well-
your motherfucking act together or I'm gonna send my homies at your ass.
He did, but I'm saying,
That's
like,
why.
why
I mean,
would
I get it.
he do that for Waller? I'm saying there must be some, now they must have some sort of working the
Black Adam.
Justice League,
He's
and
a threat.
right.
Facts.
I'm just saying that there's a story behind that. I wanted to see
No,
that.
no,
100%.
for sure.
100%.
I agree, and we agree. I'm just saying, like,
Y'all trying to answer it. I'm like, no,
No,
dude,
no.
I thought they were
I'm
so-
Black
connecting
Adam's
you.
a threat, bro.
that shit goes through the DCEU. As much as people wanted to try to hate on Black Adam, what quality aside, I don't give a fuck about what people think about quality.
100% in it, dude.
The Rock was trying to do something for the DCEU.
Yeah.
And for anybody to sit here and talk shit and act like he didn't, that's bullshit. I go back to that real quick, just briefly, because he
That
brought
was the
back
problem,
Henry
though,
Cavill.
Yeah,
That was the problem, Leon.
He literally
wasn't
was the only
supposed to
one
do
that
that
did. Yeah,
He wasn't supposed to do that shit. That was
No.
the problem.
Fact.
that wasn't
Which is
in the
why
plans. Yeah,
now we found out he was late to a movie. Bitch, it's The Rock. He could be late to whatever the fuck he wants.
bro.
You kidding me?
Now
It's
we
The
have
Rock.
Now we have this. The whole time for 9 years he fought to get Henry Cavill in this movie, in Black Adam. He came out and said that. He's like, yeah, man. And then you could see in the back of the MTV interview in the back seat of a car with that one guy. He's like asking him about it. He's like, yeah, want to get Henry Cavill, or he was talking about Black Adam. I don't remember. Now it's been so long, everything mixes together. But my point is, we have that, and every time they try to tell they try to tell The Rock, man, we don't want Henry Cavill to be in it. We don't want Henry Cavill in it. He got to a point, and when Hollywood Rock is finally come back, or the final boss, he turned into final boss at $7, and he finally, for Black Adam, was like, oh, I can't have Henry Cavill. No, fuck that. Nope, I'm gonna have Henry Cavill. And he went final boss on him, but then the final boss came in and bought the whole fucking company and gave James Gunn the reins, and they did everything they could to undercut Black Adam before it came out and after it came out. And then we had obviously Henry Cavill put out the news, but what was the timeline in between Henry Cavill saying, yes, I'm going to be black as Superman, and then him having to reseed those comments because of James Gunn? This is like a couple months, like, and that's literally the runtime of Black Adam being in theaters. But the whole time, you had the uncertainty of who the DC head was going to be when Black Adam came out. So it was like
the DC head was already chosen behind the scenes, but
right,
just didn't know it.
Yeah.
For the public though, we were like, is it, who's it going to be? What's it going to be? What's the direction going to be going forward?
Yeah.
And everybody,
And
while
plus
everyone
and plus Gunn at his online army,
I think
posing as fucking Snyder fans, trying to convince people to not go see Black Adam.
Not go see it and keep
Trojan horse Snyder
Exactly.
fans
Trojan
out there
horses,
telling everybody
man.
not to see the movie because you won't be supporting Zach if you see it, knowing damn well
I can't believe she's doing that.
the complete opposite was going to happen if they didn't support the movie.
Facts.
Dumb. Yes, and all of that was happening, keeping the general public confused about who they should support and what's good
going
and
on
what's
here.
not.
Yeah.
While Black Adam was a really good fucking movie, a great movie at that. I had gripes with just very certain parts about it, but that's just because I wanted it to be great. I thought it was amazing. You know what I'm saying?
I thought, in hindsight, that movie was okay, man. It was okay at best to me. I'm not knocking anybody else's opinion.
I'm saying superhero movies,
well,
DC movies.
just okay. So my point is, quality aside, The Rock said, nah. In the words of Stone Cold, he said, fuck that. I want Henry Cavill, and I will have Henry Cavill in my movie. That's more than anybody's done for us outside of releasing the Snyder Cut.
I gotta get that clip now.
You feel me?
All right, we're done. No, we're not. Fuck that.
It's like, damn, bro. Like, so to see anybody give that movie hell is weird as hell, man. It's like, let's see what they was trying to cook. No pun intended. If you smell what The Rock's cooking, you know what I'm saying? Like, we should have checked that out. Because guess what? Now we don't have shit as far as Warner Brothers trying to release anything again from, the Snyderverse, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least The Rock was like, hey, man, like my movie, love my movie, hate my movie. At least I gave y'all your Superman in the original Man of Steel suit. But y'all want to bitch about music, color palettes, and hairstyles.
And before that, they wanted to bitch about a singular 2-second clip in a trailer that came out. And then they changed it.
And then The Rock changed it.
That's crazy. Everyone forgets about that. You know what I'm saying? They literally went in. They're like, wait, what? What did we do? They had no fucking clue, dude. They didn't, and they didn't even make that trailer. And then they had to go back and retroactively pay however much money to re-edit that fucking trailer because everyone wanted to bitch about a 2-second clip.
Yep.
And all them people who bitched, they still didn't go see it.
No, exactly. And they probably weren't even real fans. Like we say, there was a part of the army that we know
the fake
for a fact now. It's been written in a book, and those people have not been sued. So obviously, it's got to be true that
man,
James Gunn and people like him.
That flag.
Right. Was it Casey Bloys? Was that guy? The guy that had an HBO Max, the same tune, had people online to have this narrative controlled or say this about this movie, and they probably weren't even real people. They probably were just paid interns from these people and a part of this corporation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and everyone got dissuaded or persuaded by them. The general public had no fucking clue what was going on, and they're like, oh, whatever. It must not be good enough for us to go see because everyone's not saying it. Well, in reality, everyone saying it is just the corporations giving you a narrative. So when they're not talking about it, it makes you wonder. When corporations aren't confirming that, Black Adam is the #1 movie in the world, the next week, then you got like, oh, I guess it's not doing so well.
Right. And when in fact, it's one of the most successful movies in that weirdo era of DCEU movies is among the
Yeah.
most successful. You know what I mean?
And the crazy
Like-
thing about this Collider article, I'm sorry to cut you off, Necron, is just
No.
that like I just thought about all the people and all the now it's a big YouTube thing for people to go back and rediscover stuff that's like 10 years old. How many people and how many videos have we seen of like, oh, first time watching Man of Steel, and these people are like fucking blown away, and the whole time they're like, I don't know why never saw this before, why there was this narrative around this. Like everyone has this same like enlightening awakening because they were fed this corporate narrative this whole time from big media or whatever, or you had the corporation not touting the fact that they had this sci-fi amazing masterpiece that is Man of Steel. Just
You
because
know why, Austin?
Because why?
when you can give people narrative assault around the water cooler at your job, you don't want to be the guy that says that movie's cool.
Yep.
If everybody around you saying it sucks, even though box office wise, we know the conversation had to have been different. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But then there's still this little inkling where if you're a nerd or a geek, you may be hesitant to bring it up, even though you gave repeat view and you recommended, right? Outside of your immediate circle, you may not be like,
I was
so
catching
Janet-
hell for trying to fucking defend that movie, bro. Facts.
Facts.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Facts.
Yep.
Facts. Yep.
And I was actually willing to have those conversations. So,
Hey,
like,
let me ask y'all
I
a
could
question real
I
quick.
could just imagine somebody that wasn't.
to add to what you're saying, Sky, to pick up off this, how many of y'all in the cool table right now? It's only 4 of us, but the 3 of y'all, how many of y'all were defending these movies against motherfuckers who probably didn't even see it? That shit happened to me too many
100%.
times.
Oh,
All day.
Did you
I
see
get-
Man of Steel?
I
Well, no, I heard it sucked.
I heard it's like,
100%.
oh, so you didn't even go watch it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Facts.
All the time.
Oh, okay.
But you're
Yeah,
telling everyone
all
it
the
sucked.
time.
Yeah.
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 All the time.
Narrative.
One thing that pissed
Hold
me
on,
off.
y'all. I gotta
Go ahead. Oh,
I gotta get
right.
to some of these super chats, bro. They are starting to pile up. We got a Curly Ray with a $5 saying that was an amazing intro for the cool table, and sale is the way. Hashtag sale ZSJL and sale SNYDER'S to Netflix. Shouts out to the homie Curly Ray. Much love, bro. Let me go ahead and give you a drop real brief. Y'all might want to wait. Where's that one? Close your ears.
Shooter ready. Stand by.
Good. Awesome run, Zach.
That was incredible. That was amazing.
That was fun.
Hear the double touch?
You're like, that's fine.
That was amazing.
That's
That was so cool.
That was a run.
That's good.
You know.
Hey, that's Zach Wick right there. You know
He's
what I'm
like, what
saying?
happened? Oh, I'm
Right.
sorry. I got him all on the first try. Oh yeah, no, that's cool. That was cool.
And that's why they hate him, because it's hard. That shit is work.
Yeah.
And
For
everybody
sure.
impressed with them around there. You know, someone else don't get treatment like that unless
Yeah.
it's fake. That's real. That's real people being impressed by someone. Where the other
Hey.
one just has a bunch of suckers and ass kissers telling them how great he is.
I want to see James Gunn try that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got
Dude,
Neo
you
7
know
with that
that-
$5.
That gun be going everywhere.
We got Neo 7 with the $5 super chat saying this is like the military blasting Britney music to the enemy. Psychological warfare. I feel it, bro. Real talk. Hold on. Let me go ahead and give you a drop, man. Let me find something real quick. Here we go.
For The Dark Knight Returns. But I don't know, if Netflix finally has it and you could hypothetically continue, would you be open to it?
If Netflix had owned the rights to the to my the DC characters in my extended universe, of course I would absolutely whatever yeah, no question.
Fans will be very happy.
Yeah.
Fans will be very happy. And about
Yes. We got Bishop DM Williams with the $2 super chat saying haters realize that it's coming your aid. They do. They realize that shit, and if they didn't, they about to real soon. Let me go ahead and hit you with this drop. It's real quick, bro.
You hear that, Mr. Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability.
All right. And last one, we got Castello's Wade with the $2 super chat saying Henry left the bar way too high for Gunn to break. Yo, let's kind of take the conversation from here. What do you guys think in terms of like the pressure that's on Superman? I can't believe he changed it. Yo, I'm calling that shit Superman Legacy, bro. I don't give a shit what he said. Anyway, Superman Legacy, like, what's the pressure looking like for this film, right? I mean, I heard you guys speaking to the fact that they are trying to pass it over our heads that, hey, if it makes 500 million, this movie is like a success when it's supposed to launch a whole new universe. Just think about that, right? Like, Man of Steel was launching a new universe and was able to make way more money than that 11 years ago, right? But yet that film would have been deemed a failure when this would be a success, making less money when it's supposed to be launching a bigger universe from the jump, right? How does that kind of reconcile in you guys' heads? Like, is there pressure on this film, or should it really only have to make $500 million for it to be successful?
I'm gonna say something real quick because I've already cooked on this prior to this portion of the show, but I'll say this. Of course it has immense pressure. Anybody telling you otherwise, they're lying, and they're probably bought and paid for, or they have some sort of tie to the studio that's unbeknownst to us. Especially anybody that's trying to argue narratives about the budget. That budget is crazy, and I'll hear nothing otherwise about that topic, right? So, you know, even let's say you don't believe me, right? But let's say the budget is crazy. Even if Man of Steel didn't exist, that bitch would have to be a major success because we know that damn budget is crazy and they're trying to hide it. Just because you hired young people doesn't mean shit. Younger actors, that is. Special effects are crazy. And especially if we're doing special effects in the new inflation era of making movies.
Mm-hmm.
Unless 90% of that movie is like, you know, grounded, he's doing reporter journalist work and he turns into Superman at like the third act. Fine, I'll believe it. I'll believe that you have a low budget. But if we're talking a CGI heavy film, and I almost want to retract everything I just said based on that damn picture I saw. But if it's a CGI heavy film, then how the hell could the budget be low unless we're talking about the budget being low and the CGI being crappy? You know what I mean? Because the two are hand in hand. Low budget, barely passable to shitty CGI. So yeah, it's got immense pressure to be successful in a lot of different realms.
Not only that, look at all these on locations they're going to. Norway, out in the frozen part of Norway, you don't think that's going to cost money to get crews out there and catering out there and everything else that needs to be, you know, to shoot a movie of that stature out there? They're running up a budget on that movie. There's no way. Yeah, they're lucky they're not paying any name actors because it would probably be the most expensive movie ever made. And for all we know, it might possibly be. Because You know they're giving Gunn the green light. They want, like you're saying, this thing has to be success. This is like part of their whole sell, right? The DCU is part of what they're counting on to make them a lot of money when they sell this thing. And if it doesn't make a lot of money, well, why? If you were an investor, would you pay a lot for something that didn't bang at the box office or not? Would you, Austin? Would you say, wow, I'm going to drop a whole bunch of money on this thing that didn't make a lot of money that they told me was going to be the future? How would you feel about that?
I was thinking that I always think that. I wonder how these decisions get made and they get justified, as Leon was making a point to earlier. Like, how is this business run? And then we know it's not run efficiently or effectively because of all the debt that this business is in. But they keep making the same mistakes. And like, what insane person has let this continue to carry on? And why has there been no effective changeover to where we have actual decision making that doesn't completely mirror and parallel the people who were there before? Like, what line of succession is happening behind the scenes where this just continues to carry on and carry on and carry on, and all the real people of the world and of the United States and of North America and the UK and Europe and South Africa, South America mainly too, with Brazil and all that. Like, all of us who make up Snyder fandom, Japan, China, like, we get told and we get fed these little morsels, and we're supposed to let that feed all of us, while the people who have power, who make these movies, and as Count Dooku says, the flop after flop after flop, like, how do these continue to be made when they're not successful and they don't make money and they're just spend money? Like, they pay their own production companies money to make these films that don't make a profit. So they get paid on the front end of that, so it doesn't matter what the film makes afterwards. And that's why everyone who leaves as an executive goes on to make their own production firm or production company, because that's where the real money is. Because you don't have to worry about the profit. You just pay the people to make the movie. And the people who actually make the movie are the people behind the scenes. The people who are getting paid to do catering, the cameramen, the line crew, the casting people that work as PAs and assistants. All of those people are from a company, and that company pays those people. Well, if you can pay that company to make the movie, like a song of $200 million, and then you go ahead and make a shit fucking movie because you pocket half of that, well, it doesn't matter how much profit it makes because you have $100 million in your pocket. Like, that's why these things happen, and that's why people like Peter Safran and James Gunn get put up at the helm, because he can feed you a CW level suit, quality suit, budget suit, and try and pass it off as, oh no, this was like this is a low budget film, and if we actually see the budget of this film kind of be like 200 million or whatever it is, 300 million, but we're getting TV budget quality material, where the fuck is all that money going?
Yeah, bro, it's too many characters, bro. Dude, it's hella characters, it's hella locations. You know what I'm saying? Bro, like,
you're paying multiple production companies to do that work, to put that quality.
And they're rushing this shit too.
But I'm saying though, all the money is going to the people at power, so it doesn't fucking matter what the quality is. That's why it's shit.
It's crazy.
Because it doesn't matter, because they already have their fucking money. So when this shit comes out and it doesn't make money and they continue to feed us that, it's because they're the people making the movie.
Damn. So basically, so you're saying it's almost like Congress, where they can't get rid of the shitty people no matter who you vote for, and that's why they want to keep staying in Congress, because they're just perpetually paid until they die.
Yes.
That's crazy. It's like,
you got it.
Wow. Yeah,
Yep.
that's crazy, man. Like if you think of it that way, where they're getting their money. Like let's say the budget's 300 million, and they'll never tell us, right? That the vast majority, not the vast majority, but well, I don't know, maybe the majority, but a chunk of that, a huge, beautiful people coming from Nessa. Oh my, we must be beautiful. Thank you, Nessa.
I mean, thank you. Hello.
How you doing, Nessa? Shout out to you. Let's say it's even half, like, you're right, man. It's going out like a mug.
Quit playing.
To all the different individuals who do no hard work. Damn, that's a good point, Austin.
Yeah, dude. That's the only way it makes sense to me. Because I thought about this for years and years and years and years and years and years. Like, how do you fail upwards? How? Like, it's because you're able to put a charade on, you ever seen a real facade, guys? Have you ever guys seen like a movie set facade? For real, that's a real question.
Wait, say it again.
Have any of you guys seen a real like movie set facade?
Be more specific.
What a facade, like a movie set facade. It's just like you can see a side of a building.
Yeah. Oh yes,
it looks straight up real, and you walk on the other side. And you're like, oh shit, that whole thing's wood.
We know Sky had.
Oh yeah,
right next to
I was about to say, bro. Hey, I was on set. I was on the lot.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
So,
I actually did background work for a couple of movies out here that never came out, but they were starring. Anyway, I talked to Sky.
So you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I've seen that shit. Yeah,
Doesn't it kind of like blow your mind though when you
yeah.
fucking see the other side of it and you're like, whoa,
Bro,
I can't believe they made me believe that the fucking front of this shit was real. Like, what?
It was a whole building, but it's not.
Right. That's what this is. That's what James Gunn and his crew are so good at. They're so good at feeding you mediocre cornflakes, generic cereal, and then convincing you that it was actually the real Kellogg's brand. And you're like, oh yeah, yeah, this ain't skim milk, this is whole milk. Yeah, you're right.
Kellogg's is
you're
Hell
right.
or some shit.
Wow, Zack Snyder and everybody else looking at you like, bro, you know what you're eating ain't real. What the fuck? And it doesn't make sense to the people who aren't initiated and into the Matrix. And then we have escaped being fed what to think and being told how to feel. Like, once you finally escape that, and I'm not saying like this is some like grandiose shit. I'm just saying that's why James Gunn has been able to fail upwards, because he has been so good at feeding a large group of people this message or this quality of content, whereas we walk into the building and we're like, yo, this whole shit but to fall the fuck down. Yo, who made this shit? And everybody else is like, wow, the architecture is astounding in here. Oh my god. And we're all just like, yo, we better get the fuck out of here. Like, this thing gonna crumble in a second. Like, that's the difference. There is a majority of people who have been convinced.
Yeah.
Right. And they've been convinced that this facade is real, and that's why he's been able to fail upwards and fake it.
Yeah. Man, it's crazy because like,
well, he made. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm just gonna say his career is banked on he met the right people, and he's plugged into that Hollywood system that you're talking about, where
you mean he hosted the right parties.
Exactly. The people who pay those bills like those type of parties, and
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and basically, that's it. He knows those folks, and they're the ones who back the money. And hey, man, we gotta tap into this comic book stuff and make it out kids again, so we can have some more parties. That's all I say, dude. They're trying to, obviously, right? Doesn't seem like they're trying to go after the adults with this, whole DCU. They're talking about, let's make it fun again and make it, they want more kids and sell more toys, and I don't know, man. It's getting weird to me what they're trying to do with it. They're trying to take the adults out of the equation, or the older people, and they want it more focused on kids.
Right. Which if you think about it, it's weird because it's not like they ever had a problem with merchandising off of this thing. right? Like BVS, Man of Steel, they've sold hella toys. You know what I'm saying?
Still selling to this
all
day,
these
right?
things, right?
McFarlane's Ben
Still selling.
Affleck Batman from
Bro.
BVS, one of the hottest selling McFarlane figures.
Real quick, there's a toy company that I'm not gonna name because I want to. I'm gonna tell y'all later backstage, but they just made a BVS Batman figure out of nowhere, and it looks fucking incredible, and it's damn near sold out. So it's like, and it's some random ass company came out of nowhere. Why are they making BVS Batman and not the Batman or whatchamacallit? I don't know, any other Batman? Because they know what's up, man. Anyway, Sky.
They want the company that they like the things that sell, you know. It's just common sense, you know.
Lost for words, you know what I'm saying, right?
I mean, it's right there in front of you. You have the rights to these things that make a ton of money, but for some strange reason, you just don't want to do it.
You just don't want to do it. I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I think that when you look at how this whole situation has played out, not only were we right about there being some behind the scenes collusion going on in terms of trying to push this crossover thing, because you got comments like from Chris Pratt basically confirming, like, yeah, I'm about to be in both of these universes. You know what I'm saying? And they've just been walking us here slowly for these past few years, and a lot of people didn't want to accept that reality, but I think now is really starting to settle in that is in fact what has been going on. And you know, part of the last little thing that they need for the deceit to be complete is for us to kind of actually move on, right? Which is why they've been trying to so feverishly get us to stop asking for what we want and to stop doing what we've been doing. It's been incredibly unsuccessful on their part, and I really think that if you can point to moments like these that really drive that point home, that's really what's going on.
It's wild to me that it's still happening on their side of things. Like, how many times when we just like had this moment with a certain individual, it's like, why can't you just talk about your shit?
Yeah,
why can't you
right?
just leave us the fuck out of the conversation? Why can't you just stay on your side and talk about yourself? Like, I don't understand why that's such a hard like conundrum for people. And it's not because they are writing about something that they want to write about. If it's something that they like, it's just that there's people out there like this. I don't even know if this writer knows that they're putting on for this weird media conglomerate of controlling a narrative. They might just be actually writing something that they feel because they've been manipulated so much. But it's ridiculous that we can't have articles that you read nowadays and you could feel like, oh, okay, like, yeah, this person actually like put the time, effort into like researching something, and this is like a cool story that I would have not known otherwise. You know, like that's what we used to get when we would read articles. Like, whoa, that's a cool like little factoid that I never knew about something, or whatever it is, or like you get more about fucking Corn Sweat's life. Like, I don't even know who he is as a person. I just know that he's not fucking Henry Cavill at this point. That's what I know about Corn Sweat. That's it. I don't know where he's from. I don't know what the fuck he did as a kid. I don't know. I don't care, obviously, but the conversation hasn't been about Corn Sweat at all. It's been about James Gunn and the media trying to suck his dick so fucking much and convince us that he has been sent from God to deliver us DC. Bro,
he said that man is on a mission from God, bro.
The only people who explain that are the people who are the opposite. And you have to know that. Like, how do they think that they're gonna say these things and feed us these narratives and believe them, and we're all gonna be like, yep, yeah, that's how I feel as well. James Gunn is sent from God on a mission from God. Like, dude, if he's on a mission from God to fucking build the DC universe, boy, do we have problems up here. Like, oh my God, dude. Like, what are we fucking talking
shit,
about?
I'm gonna turn into Lex. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, exactly.
God is all
Up,
good,
dude,
and he cannot be all powerful. And if he is all powerful, he cannall be all. I'm gonna be in the same fucking spot,
dude.
giving the same lecture, bro.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
I guess Zaslav, who we call God, really depends upon our tribe, Clark Joe.
It's so funny, man, because hand to God, no pun intended. I'm not just saying this because I said this. I had this thought as Austin started talking, and I was gonna say that it's almost like creating this narrative assault against Zack Snyder has helped to create a cult, quote unquote, of sorts when it comes to his fandom, but also a church and a cult against Zack and the fandom. Because at the end of the day, there aren't people who are anti Halle Berry's Catwoman. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
There aren't people at the end of the day who were anti the Dark Knight trilogy because they preferred Michael Keaton. There's still people to this day that en masse would say Michael Keaton is the GOAT. But you don't see anti Christian Bale like in a church-like manner. And that's what we're getting with the narrative assault of Zack Snyder's work and his fandom. It's like, they've created a church of sorts where these motherfuckers can speak the gospel of how to hate on Zack and his fans. It's crazy.
Bro, this is a great comment. GDI says, I love how they call us a cult and then say that Gunn is chosen by God.
That's literally
right.
That's literally what I'm saying.
Wow.
Right there. Right there. You cannot call us a cult
Legit.
and then say this and not yourself be in a cult or a church. You have made a deity of this guy who throws weirdo parties at best. Like, let's get a grip on life.
Hey, hold up. This is funny. Somebody came in here posing as Seal. They finally used the name we gave them, bro. The Fool Table. They finally used it. I've been waiting.
How long is
Finally, years.
I think I said that like 2 years ago, bro.
No, I did. I 100% said that. I was
2
like,
years
bro,
ago.
It's been staring y'all in the face. I said the Fool Table like 2 years ago, bro. Damn, that's dope. That's dope, man. Hey, we always were in the future, right? We always were in the future.
Yeah, we've been saying that on streams. Like, why don't y'all ever say that? They used to say everything but that.
The lame table.
Yeah.
The most
I was
obvious
like, what?
insult. Come on, man.
You know what I'm gonna call them? The drum roll. It was like everybody's on the edge of their seat. Yeah.
Right.
The dork table. Yeah, got him. Got him, guys. Got him.
High five, everyone.
Yeah,
bro. Y'all couldn't sit with us
Dork
back then,
table.
bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that is hilarious.
Bishop.
That is hilarious.
Oh.
He said he loves Zack as a guy. I hate that phrasing. Like,
you know, I love Zack as a guy.
As a guy. It's just so stupid. Like, what do you even talk? What?
Whoa,
What does that mean?
Hold up. Let me go ahead and run it for the people that have no idea what we're talking about.
I like Zack a lot as a guy, and he was an incredible. I like Zack a lot as a guy, and he was an. I like Zack a lot as a guy, and he was an. I like Zack a lot as a guy, and he was an.
All right.
Bruh.
Oh my god, bro.
I like Zack a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Shut up.
Shut up.
This the guy we got writing for Superman. All right.
Right? This
Anyway,
the guy.
I like Zach as a guy.
He loves
Man,
Zach
one of my
as a
friends ever
guy.
said that about me, I slap him. What are you talking about? You like me as a guy? Dumb.
I guess I get what he's trying to say. As
he's
a
Ayo Paul.
man's man, I guess.
Right?
I don't
Hey,
know.
because he looks up to him.
Right.
No. He said that because he was trying to shit on Zach. He admires him a lot as a guy, not as a director. Not as a director, just as a guy. He was trying to shit on him.
Incredibly prepared.
He's always kind of been jealous since day one. You're probably right. You're probably
Right?
like, that should
Probably
be
because
the
that
director
whack
here.
ass Dawn of the Dead script he wrote got
Bro,
rewrote. You
I wrote this
understand
script.
Zach?
I wrote this script. I should be the director of this movie. He probably thought that the whole
Zach
fucking
was
time,
like,
bro. Little bitch
nah,
ass.
bro.
Y'all funny.
Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and
Bitch ass.
get this thing touched up. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
No drizzy. You dig? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Hey, yo, this is hilarious, bro. We got the homie W Mir with a $10 super chat saying this is the equivalent of putting the flame swordsman in defense mode while going up against a blue eyes ultimate dragon in attack mode. Shaking my head. It's just not smart. If you know, you know. He over here talking that Yu-Gi-Oh talk. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, brother, I'm glad you helped me out. I'm like, somebody walk me to this
Hey,
punchline. 'Cause I'm
he talking that Yu-Gi-Oh talk.
If you know, you know. I don't
Bro.
know.
Yeah,
I don't
nah.
know.
You got
100%.
no chance, is what he's saying, bro. You got
He's saying
chance.
no chance, bro.
I feel you.
Yo, he's saying James Gunn stand as about as much of a chance as Vince McMahon's old entrance music. You know what I'm saying?
No chance. No chance in hell. You got
no chance. Hey,
hold
up.
Call, I like that.
Let me go ahead and run this back for y'all real quick. Zach just being a guy.
Shooter ready. Stand by.
Good.
Awesome run, Zach.
That was incredible. That was amazing.
That was fun.
Hear the double touch?
You're like, that's fine.
That was amazing.
That's
That was so cool.
That was a run.
That's good.
You know.
Yeah.
Hey, what a guy.
What a guy, right?
What a guy.
That was cool.
What a guy.
What a guy. Oh my god, bro. Nah, this is hilarious, man. I love when the trolls actually liven these streams up because cooking them is hilarious.
Oh, man, it's great.
It's hilarious, you know. But yeah, back to what we were saying, and I want to kind of start rounding out this Collider gun roast. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I just think that, you know, at this point we're like about to start beating the dead horse. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't got no, bro. We're giving them more coverage right now than they've gotten since prior to that picture coming out.
That's so real.
Bro, nobody gives a shit about this movie. I think I care more than the general audience does, which is crazy.
I'm telling you, they've taken us back to the time period where Superman was thought of as boring, blah, 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 blah. Like, and it's easy to do that. Because if you don't present us with Man of Steel, BVS, etc., version of Superman, then the audience globally is going to revert right back to, or he's boring, he's this, he's that. Because that's all we fucking seen. Right? The globe isn't, they're not like us. They're not like us. Like we're not, like we're geeks at heart. We know about this shit. Some of us, even on this panel, may defend Superman. Like, I'll defend Superman, Sky, blah, blah. I think all four of us may or may not defend Superman, like two people, depending on what the level of conversation is of how our levels of passion are going to be about. Like, nah, he's really not boring. I myself would start off saying, I understand why you would think that he's boring. And people always go, that's messed up. Bro, that's not my God, as Zach would say. I understand why he's boring to people. That's why Zach took it upon himself to make sure he wasn't boring. And now they've taken us back to there. So yeah.
I think that's a great point, Leon. I want to start off with the homie Necron, man. What's your final thoughts on all this stuff, man? As we kind of sit back and reflect on just everything that's happened throughout these past few years, and these websites and these media outlets' inability to move on from engaging with us as like a Snyder fan base. Just like, what's your thoughts on all this, man, as we are rounding out this discussion about this Collider topic?
Was that for me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry. I was having a damn headphone issue earlier. Oh, man. Sorry. Necron dropped the ball. Anyway, yeah. I mean, if we didn't matter and what we wanted didn't matter, this article wouldn't exist. Because, no one would give a crap about what we wanted because it wouldn't matter. It's just like irrelevant. So when you see stuff like this, it just lets us know that we're very relevant. And they probably said they need these clicks. And anytime you bring up Zack Snyder, positive or negative, you're going to get clicks for these big articles. So attacking the fan base, they know they're going to get a bunch of people out there who are, it's a huge, obviously, fan base. Clicking on that article, this out of, rage reading or whatever, and like, what, this bullshit, tell us to move on. And that's how I felt. So the cell movement is obviously solidified now as a real option to continue this, and it has been since the Forbes article. This is a threat. You still have the same clowns come in, trolling, and we know who they are. They can't obviously move on because we don't go watch their shows, but they're still in your shows, guy. 2-3 years later,
Bruh, the last time that I was watching some of their content, bro, man. And then what's funny is I almost said
dial up
the chubby fat one, but then I was like, damn, it's more than one of them, like, so I can't even just say that. Anyway,
no, you wouldn't be able to pinpoint it.
Yeah, because it's like
so.
Multiple people. Hey,
there you go.
Shout out to the homie Austin for whipping that up mid-stream.
Trying to dunk on us, bro. That's Frieza coming in for the dunk, homie.
Rejected so bad. He thought he was dunking and just got put back to the stands, in the crowd. That's great. I love it. Yeah, man. I'm happy.
I don't. It's hilarious.
This is still rolling. This is still relevant, and it's obviously a threat. And once you don't see all this pushback, then it's not the threat that it is, but it is a threat.
Bro, if we bro, if we weren't making any noise, man, they would not be over here. You know why? Because I ain't over there. You know what I'm saying? Which means to say that, hey, they ain't making noise. Because if they were, then I would be over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right? Like,
oh shit.
Say for instance, right? People like Hold My DualShock. I watch them. They making noise. You know what I'm saying? I pull up. we have conversations. We don't agree on everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have had to call out several takes over there and that I felt was egregious. You know what I'm saying? But it's all in good faith, and we have great conversations. So, hey, that is the most important thing at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to agree on everything. It's just about having open, honest, and genuine conversations. And people that are usually willing to do that, we can log in. You know what I'm saying? And people that ain't about that, we're not.
It's easy. It's simple.
You can tell when it's you can tell when it's a genuine back and forth conversation, and then when you're talking with someone who has these agendas and all they're worried about is pushing, their agenda, and not a real back and forth conversation we deal with all the time in the cell movement, because we're dealing with, paid interns and things like that who are just doing whatever they can to, destroy the Snyder movement, the cell movement. But I know when I'm talking to someone in Twitter and they're actually having a genuine, pushback conversation, and then it you guys know, we've been through it. And then when you're dealing with someone who's just an agenda person who's, getting paid to do this, not really care, you can just feel it. So I guess if they're pushing back like that, then we know we're a threat, and this shit is still, boiling under the covers. And I still don't know why we haven't heard about the next big Zack Snyder project. I just want to throw that out there too. Usually we know in a couple of years in advance of what he's working on. I haven't heard it. Why it's so quiet out there? What's going on?
I don't know. I keep thinking about, and to regards to your comment, him saying the whole, oh yeah, when we would fast forward 10 years in Justice League 2. I keep thinking about that. And your comment just made me think about, why haven't we heard about his next big project?
Yeah.
Yeah. All we heard was like some small talk of like, maybe I don't want my next project to be a big film. I'm like, yeah, that's probably bullshit. He probably has a big project that he's not letting us know about till it's ready to be announced. Wonder what that could be.
That's like Bill Belichick saying he don't want to head coach no more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
except we've never heard him say
coach,
that. Yeah, and we've never heard him say that. Like maybe in an off comment thing, like, oh yeah, I want to take some time to do like whatever, self scout, like he wants to take some time. The next thing will be smaller. But like the next thing that's gonna be smaller that he's doing that people don't realize is actually Twilight of the Gods. Like that's gonna be the next smaller thing that he does.
Yeah, that's already been announced. We knew
right.
That was coming. So yeah.
And then the next like premiere.
And I'll tell you what, Austin. Bill Belichick is waiting for old homeboy to fumble the ball in Dallas, and he'll probably be the Dallas Cowboys head coach.
He'll swoop in mid-season, I think, dude. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of coaches who get fired mid-season. Yeah.
Sorry I'm not going to go off on that, but that's what I think that he's had conversations. Probably waiting on
just like when people were like, yeah, no one wants to pick up Zack Snyder, no one wants to pick up, and then Netflix signed him exclusively for eternity. Like, okay,
yeah, we love you over here, bro.
I'm sure no one wants Bill Belichick or the coach of team, just like no one wants Zack Snyder to direct movies exclusively for their studio or company. Yeah, all right, okay, that makes sense.
They're like oh, you want to bring back the DCEU Snyderverse over here? Let's start talking. Let's get the paperwork rolling. Let's see what we can do. And Zack's like, hell yeah, I want to work with this company. Because we'll finally get to see Zack's real DCEU without interference. Because Netflix ain't going to tell him what to do with that. They know that he knows what he's doing. And they're going to empower him. Yeah, it'll probably be better than anything we've ever gotten at WB. If and when the sale happens.
You say probably, dude, but I feel like it's a certainty. It will be.
Yeah.
Like
what I mean.
What we can see and what he said to Sky when he asked him the most recent question about, what do you think you can, could you have that? You want to run that real quick, Sky? That question that you asked him at the Rebel Moon Part 2 premiere when you were with Stino. you asked them a question about what would you take over from what did you learn from filming Rebel Moon
Oh, yeah.
that you would take over if Netflix acquired the rights. You got that still?
Yeah, just here you guys go.
Yo, what's going on? We're here with the man, Zack Snyder. You know what I'm saying? You make it out to Skywalker, SKII, please, sir.
SKII.
Yes, Scott, yes.
See what I'm saying?
Hey.
Walker.
Zach, is there anything?
Skywalker.
Oh, yes, sir. Is there anything that you felt like you learned on Rebel Moon that you could take over to DC if Netflix gets the rights back, sir?
I think when you watch the third act of this movie, you're going to be like, okay, well, if they can make something that crazy.
We are here for it. Thank you, Zach. You're the best, sir. Can't wait for that director's cut.
Appreciate it. I can't wait for you to see it.
Hey, we out, sir.
Hey,
There's our answer right there, right? Shit.
I believe it doesn't matter, and that Netflix has all of the negotiation tactics they need to get it at a price that they can literally serve us something amazing. Because what I saw from Rebel Moon Part 2 and even Part 1, like the action, the cinema, the visuals that we got, like Part 1 starts off and it's probably one of my favorite openings of all time. Like when it goes down and you can see the gas plant in the background and she's just farming. Like, bro, I never thought that for my life I'd be like a hard working guy who had to work all the time. I always thought I'd be sitting behind a computer my whole life or doing something with instruments, but I never thought I'd be working with my hands and enjoying it. Like, there's nothing more satisfying than like literally earning your pay and like honestly. So seeing that work be done and being captured and being like enjoyed by Korra, that was really a moment for me where I was like, whoa, I really feel that. I feel that you can take pride in your work and enjoy it. And that's something that's lost on a lot of people today. But that's what I got from that. People might have been like, oh, the gas plant looks so cool and all that. I was like, man, she's really enjoying that. And not a lot of people would enjoy, getting sweaty, working late night, like doing the last row. Like, it takes a certain kind of person to enjoy that. And speak to a hard worker. And Zack can do that while speaking to so many people. He also speaks to the 1% or the 2%, 3% of people out there that are hard workers that actually get shit done. And Zack is that type of person. He can make these concessions in areas where other people can't and he can make that $186 million go so far because he's not pocketing it and fucking
166, Austin.
What 166? Okay. He's not money laundering,
I had to clear that up.
It looks like okay, thank you. Yeah, it's $20 million less. Let's clarify. That's a lot of money. He makes it look like magic because it's just what that much money can do for you if you spend it efficiently and correctly, and you have actual connoisseurs of art who are on the cutting edge of their field working with you and working all towards one goal to make this art, to put on a narrative for a culture that's actually meaningful and can do something for people rather than just divide them and make them fight and make them have these petty fucking arguments about bullshit all the time. That's what a lot of this other entertainment does. It's just a distraction when you can't have conversations about it. You can't have meaningful discourse about it because it's either you like it or you hate it. It's not how did you feel about it? What did it make you think? We can't have those type of conversations about the other media because we're unable to get that deep with a lot of it. But with Zack Snyder's work and what his team has done, and people like him, like Christopher Nolan and his friends and other artists and connoisseurs in the same field and directors, they're able to provide us that type of conversation. Okay. You know what I mean? We could hear you, by the way, bro. Necron. I don't know.
Can you come Days of Allah?
I gotta mute him, bro. He's on the phone. I muted him. All right. But that I just lost my whole train of thought. But basically, like we can't let them try and dissuade us from what we know is the truth. And why do we like this stuff? Because we're able to have these type of conversations. We're able to look at it deeply. And for somebody like me who, you know, works for a living like you guys do as well, like that hard work really speaks to us. And then fighting for something bigger than yourself, like that's another message that's in this, that is trying to be shit on by other media when the Rotten Tomatoes gives this a poor score, or all of the blog sites just they shit on this movie, or they shit on Zack Snyder's new stuff or any of his work. It's because he's actually giving you a conversation and making people think and making people believe in something bigger than themselves. Like, why are we still here doing what we do? It's because we've felt the way and we believe in this thing. We believe in each other. And we're not just people who argue and bitch and moan together all the time and get on a stream and just go hate on other people, and then put a scheme together to go make burners and go in other people's accounts. Like, we don't take the time to do that because we take time to build something and have a community and have a positive impact on the community and on the culture. Like, we put the time in to do those things. Why do we do it? Because we actually emulate the person that we enjoy, who's Zack Snyder, who's giving us these real messages and not shying away from truth or reality or from hard decisions that we have to make. Like, those are all things that we see in Zack Snyder's work, and the questions that he makes us ask ourselves. Like, that's, people don't like that when they have this ego built around them and this safe, soft shell that they live in. When they have to question their own reality, obviously they're abrasive to that and they don't like that, and they can say they hate it and they shy away from it because they're unable to look at themselves or look within or look outside and like look at the reality that they live in. Like, oh shit, is that really what the world is like? They have a hard time doing those things, so that's why they don't like Zack Snyder's work. I think it's that simple. And when people want you to feel a way, or they want you to be in a cage, ideology, or like mentally they want you to feel a way and be a part of their narrative, they don't want Zack Snyder to succeed because they don't want you to question things. They don't want you to, or people like him. Yeah, we got Christopher Nolan who got put on with Oppenheimer and all of that, but like those are questions that need to be asked of like world leaders and things of that nature. Like, I don't think those are questions that we can necessarily have any impact on with the message of Oppenheimer. Like, what are we going to do with nukes? We don't have any fucking impact on nukes or anything like that. We don't hold that power. That movie wasn't necessarily for us. In my opinion. Was it great cinematically and the story was great? Yes, but like, that was 3 hours of something that wasn't for the common person, in my opinion. And I think that other people, other directors, when they have these messages, those movies don't get put on a pedestal. Nah, we give you Barbie. Let's give us Barbie. Put that on a pedestal. Like, let's put a movie about a fall guy, about some guy and a stuntman. Like, let's put that on. Let's Kung Fu Panda. Let's put that on a pedestal. Let's not put stuff that actually makes you think on a pedestal. Like, there's so many movies that have been put out in the past couple of years that just gone by the wayside because we've just gotten distractions instead of actually looking inward and looking outward at the world we live in and trying to make it better and have a positive impact on it. Instead, we got people who take time to create burners and take time out of their day from what they're doing, where they could be doing something completely different, positively impacting their own community, but they come over to ours to try and be negative and be toxic and degrade us and demoralize us for what we do. Like, that is the difference and what is going on. Like, people have been manipulated into doing those things rather than being positive, like people like us. And that's why I think Zack Snyder is always going to be shit on. His Superman was always going to be looked down upon by big corporations and everybody who had a say in things because they can't let you question things. They can't tell Zack Snyder, oh, you have to do this with Superman. You have to do this with Superman. They can't do that because he was so far against it. It took him leaving a film in order for them to be able to change it. Like Zack Snyder was not gonna do it. His workers weren't gonna do it. Like he had a whole team behind him. Was like, nah, they'll take notes to a certain extent. But if we got that Justice League cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League that was supposed to come out, the 2 hours and 14 minutes cut, like this whole narrative would be completely different. If that didn't happen to Zack, that family tragedy, like they would have never had the opportunity to do this. And we would have never been at this point where they're telling us to give up our obsession. It's an obsession. It's not just we can like something and like it however much you like it, right? Now they have to put a negative connotation on what we do. It's an obsession now. Give it up, they're saying. You're obsessed. Like that's the narrative that they're trying to put out, and they're trying to, as Leon was saying, it's a narrative assault. But I'm glad we had this discussion today, and you gave us this forum to say these things and assault the narrative back and take control of it. Because we're the people here telling you no. And if we're obsessed, alrighty then. We're obsessed. Yeah, dude. Give me more Henry Cavill. I want more. What I got last was not enough. And I want more Henry Cavill. The guy you see in the background image right here who doesn't have his boots on yet and is about to get blasted by Frieza, that guy ain't Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill ready, dude. He's in the suit ready to go, man. He's got that shit behind him. He's not even looking at all the bullshit. So when you talk to Henry Cavill and you ask him about Superman, he probably is saying, nah, I have you look at that corn sweat dude. Nope, I don't care about that. That's probably what he meant. I'm not going to read the article, but I can tell you that's probably what he meant. But instead they skew his words and then they'll say something like, nah, he's over Superman. No, he's effing not, dude. No, he's not. So don't try and tell us he is. Anyways, thank you for today. I'm glad that we had this impromptu stream. Literally a little behind the scenes for everybody. I was just inboxing the boys. I'm like, freezing cold take soon? I feel like we got to do it. These streets are a little, we need to cool it up a little bit. Suave to join up a little bit. And they gave us the alley-oop, I guess, man. They were Andre Iguodala going down on a fast break. They didn't know LeBron was coming like a freaking black flash, dude, across the court to swat that. Hey-ya! And go back the other way with the whole squad, dude. They didn't know. They didn't know, but we had to tell them, dude. So thank you, bro.
Hey, nah, it's all good, man. And I was just glad that we could be here and had these conversations because I think that, when things are going on in the zeitgeist that are of this sort of egregious nature, we can, sometimes address it. And the fact that we were about to do the watch along for Blood of Zeus and kind of finish that out, it just kind of created the perfect opportunity. Sorry to everybody that wanted to watch Blood of Zeus. We will be finishing that next week. But we had to kind of do this. Yes, to answer hold on, and I'm gonna get to your super chat in 1 second, Castella's way. But to answer Nessa's question from earlier, she was saying how much was it proposed when Mikey did his digging, how much that they were going to charge for the Snyderverse rights over on Netflix. Marcus is right. It was around $250 million because it would have been based upon the box office of the Justice League film, right? Which we know didn't really make that much. So
yep.
That was something it actually kind of worked in our favor. Castello's Way had the $5 super chat saying, reminder to lurkers, Netflix dropped a $5 billion deal for WWE, but no, they can't afford DCEU. Can't wait for all haters to cry when it happens. Yeah, that's why they over here trying to act all funny and do all this funny stuff, and they coming in here impersonating people. It just really makes no sense. But hey, we gonna keep rocking out. You know what I'm saying?
It's that trickle down, bro. Just like David Cornsweat impersonating Henry Cavill, bro. It seems to come from the same ilk.
Yep. Let me go ahead and get this drop for you, bro.
You see this all the time at the level of a top producer who, between them or separately, will make flop after flop after flop after flop. I'm not going to name them, but I know who they are. And they're not all American either. And they still get paid huge sums of money for being in films that nobody wants to see. And producers make pictures out of which they take enormous sums of money. And the films, again, are not films people want to see. They're always going to blame somebody else. Always. Not their fault. No, you were the one who said, or whatever. And there's a word for that. It's called upward failure. You see it all the time.
Yeah.
See it all the time. I love that.
Yeah,
It's so disappointed.
Yes. No, thank you, Nessa, for asking that, because it always gives me a chance to clarify. But yes, they was all acting like it was gonna be some crazy number, but nah, it was like, it's actually gonna be around 250 million. So, which is something easy that they can get. You know what I'm saying? And shouts out to you as well. Hope you have a wonderful day. We are about to close this stream on down. Once again, apologies. We will be finishing Blood of Zeus season 2 next weekend, but we kind of had to have this impromptu stream where the Cool Table had to come back together and come
I love it.
slay this dragon. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to add on to Castillo's Way comment. Like, not only did they acquire the rights to WWE for $5 billion, but it was just announced that they got the Christmas Day games exclusively on Netflix as well, live on Netflix. NFL will be live on Netflix Christmas Day this year, 2024. Right. So that I don't know how much it costs for the rights for the WWE, but I know that just for single day games and the amount that of viewership that the NFL got last year for the Christmas Day games was a lot, bro. So if you can get all those people solely over to Netflix, I mean, how many people in America already have Netflix? And I think it's just going to show when they get the numbers back for this live stream. They've done these other live streams leading up to this to show the NFL that they can do this and that they have the capabilities. And now they're going to literally have, this is the first, and I think this is going to be an experience for all of us here in the community of the Cell community, because not only is Netflix going to be able to put this on, but they are going to have there's going to be ad time, and they're not going to run the same ads that you see on TV. It's not going to be the paid programming that you're used to. It's going to be ads for their own Netflix stuff. And people are going to have to pay Netflix for ad space as well, where they have an exclusive place that you have to put those ads on. So they have so much opportunity with this to make money, and anyone to go on any sort of limb to say
they got that Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight coming up, bro,
dude, which is also an exclusive event and it's not pay-per-view, and you just have to have your Netflix subscription for it. So I think the Netflix is going to be like the new cable. When we were growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s, that's how it was. I think it's kind of going to be what it is. And it's the start of a whole revolution for Netflix. So to say, like I said, that go on any sort of limb and say they don't have the revenue or the capabilities to acquire the SNYDER'S,
or the interest at
or
this
the
point,
interest.
right?
Oh yeah,
right. What
that's,
the fuck, dude.
That's dead and gone. Yeah, they are the ones who are at the door. It's just what's that?
It's just
your mic is a little messed up on my end.
Your mic is a little messed up on my end.
And we can hear a echo.
Echo, yeah, dude. It's all coming from a Speed Force, bro. He's straight up out the Speed Force, like he is in
That
it.
was like, not too soon.
Yeah, dude.
Not too
Ah,
soon.
not too soon. Oh man. But yeah, I think it just takes a certain conversation, and they've been doing their best. They put together all the deals they can to get the DCEU over to there for a limited amount of time, to get these DC shows licensed out, and build that relationship with WBD and the DC studios. It just takes certain people to let go of their ego and let go of like petty bullshit in order for us to get this. That's all it takes. And they want to come out and say, give up your obsession and all that. Like, give up yours, and maybe we can have like meet us halfway with that, and maybe we can have a real conversation. But we're not going to continue this charade of like of not acting like Netflix has the capabilities. What we're waiting on is people at WBD and Inside to finally give it up. Like, give up your obsession. That's what we're waiting for. And you can label things whatever you want to label, but people who usually label something are trying to manipulate and trying to control the narrative. So we're just gonna keep it a buck there, bud. We're just gonna keep it a buck. Do whatever you will and be cohorts with whoever you want, but we'll be on the right side of history at the end of the day.
Hey, you know what's funny? Watch this, right?
Oh, as soon as you said that.
Wait. Right. Hold up. Before I do this, Leon, are you back yet?
It's because I had to get in my car. And I think I have
It's a little better.
reception. It's my grab. Right? A little bit. Okay. Gotcha.
We don't hear echo anymore, so go off.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Yeah, just generally because we're still wrapping up, correct?
Yeah, and I was about to highlight something, but go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
All right, cool. So we have a contender, people. Right? We have a contender. Somebody has stepped from behind the burner, right? And they have put themselves in the arena, right? And we're gonna do this. We got our boy Mayo in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Now look, this is what's so crazy about this situation, right? I know for a fact, and it's funny because one of the last times that we did have where this dude actually came up in the conversation, Leon and I were actually talking about where all this came from. You know what I'm saying? And I really do think, guys, that if y'all didn't hear the joke that I made about him and his brother, right? I think that shit really touched this man's soul. Right, Leon? And I'm about to repeat the joke just in case y'all didn't hear what was actually said. You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
But Leon, isn't it funny that like to this day that comment seems to have still like rubbed this man the wrong way? It probably had some validity to it, right? Wouldn't you say?
I would definitely say so because, I mean, look at him. He's still around for some strange reason. It's like he's a roach that won't go away. It's really weird. All we have to do is mention his daddy. And he appears.
He's all you gotta do is mention his daddy, right? but yeah, he just pops up like a roach. But no, real quick though. So we're on stream. You know what I'm saying? And I'm actually having a conversation with this guy. This is the last time that we've spoken, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure. Right. And he starts trying to challenge me because I'm a veteran. And he's like, yo, my brother's a veteran, right? Like he'd be so ashamed of you, right? Like he'd be so ashamed. He's nothing like you. You're nothing like him. Right? All these things about, like, he's trying to speak on my veteranship. You know what I'm saying? Right? As out of shape, never ain't played nothing, never done nothing, smelling like mayo, pickled breath. You know what I'm saying? Like tuna coming out this side of his pores, all that. Right? Like, we're sitting there and we're trying to have this conversation, and this dude's questioning me. I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? And then it just hit me. And I told him to his face, I was like, bro, like, I'm closer to your brother than you will ever be in your life. Like, me and him could have conversations that you just couldn't be a part of. You would never understand. You would never understand what it feels like to wield the type of responsibility, to be put through the type of trials and tribulations that it takes to make it through some of these situations. Like, you would never be able to, like, understand, relate to that at all. So how dare you trying to come on here and how much you want to bet you could go get your brother and he gonna come start trying to talk to me, and within 2 minutes he gonna be on my side. How much you want to bet?
Yo,
within 2 minutes,
Bro.
Fact.
2 minutes, bro.
When you told
120
him that,
seconds, bro.
You packed his ass up.
Your relationship
and
with one of
said,
your closest
"Get out."
family members will go down the drain in 120 seconds. I was like, bro, why is your brother, this, and what are you gonna say when I bring up that his little brother ain't got no honor, no integrity, no personal courage, doesn't exhibit selfless service?
Gonna be like,
right?
Yeah.
What are you gonna say to me?
You right.
Yeah, you right. I know.
Look, and look.
I've been
If he
trying.
did say something against what you were saying.
No, I was just saying. Yes.
Yeah.
No, just real quick, I was gonna say, and if he did come against what you were saying, it wouldn't be authentic. He'd have to choke down the reality of the very culture that he came from, which is that military training, that guts that you have to have, right? Sky and I have been through that. We know what it takes, the sacrifices that you have to make in order to be the military's weapon, right? Physically, mentally, all that. So yeah, that dude will never understand, and Sky is absolutely right, and that's probably why when you mention his dad, Mr. James, he pops up like a little cockroach.
He popped right up.
Like he saw a piece of food in the kitchen.
Right.
Facts.
It's in there. You guys are way more obsessed with me than I am with y'all. It's very sad. Right? Hold on. As he's in my fucking.
Then why are we in none of your streams, bro? That doesn't make right. Like the iron, like, and that's how you know these people are either pushed towards doing this by outside entities, right? Studio influences, or they're just mentally ill, because you can sit on someone else's platform and say that the owner of said platform, being Sky, the cohorts, me, Austin, Necron, are obsessed with you. We're not on your platform. We're not even discussing you. We're not even discussing anything you're involved in. Just because you're Gunn's son doesn't mean you're part of his project, my boy.
So like it's 50th account over here, bro. He's like it's 50th account. What are we talking about? Who's upset? Why are you so obsessed with me? Hey, I'm about to start singing some Mariah.
The song coming to my head is "Why Are You Always Lying."
Yeah, bro, it's a whole bunch of movies. Hey,
yo,
but you know what don't come to mind? Exercise. You know what don't
physical motivation.
Anyway,
a work ethic.
Bro,
anyways,
that's enough of that, man. Look, anyway,
bruh.
Oh, gymnastics.
You
know what I'm saying?
Mobility, athleticism,
right? Integrity,
facts,
honor, bro. I could go down the list, bro. Loyalty,
anything.
No, but.
And also,
I would say
who gives a fuck what your brother or you think, bro? Who cares about you? Why are you in our chat? Why are you over here? We didn't even bring up the conversation about you until we wanted to bring you a part of the roast and wanted to roast you as well. A part of this game, John Shish Kebabs. Yeah, it's the same shit, different day, same. Fucking, do you live in a fucking time capsule because you're doing the same thing you were doing in 2021? And you tell us to touch grass and do all this stuff. Like, get a job, get a life, get a fucking relationship and an interpersonal connection in reality. Go talk to another human being.
I'll touch grass if you touch weights. I'll touch grass if you touch weights. If you touch the door of a gym and break a sweat, I'll touch some grass.
Hey,
real talk.
You know
I will grab a blade of grass and I will touch it.
Hey, yo, what's funny about this is that's very odd. No, that's a very odd thing to say to a person that just flew across the damn country to go to a release party and then came back. You know what I'm saying? And was literally out there mixing it up and rubbing elbows with the who's who. But I gotta touch grass.
Facts, dude.
Right?
Yeah, I was outside
Not
touching
y'all.
grass this morning, dude. You don't know what we do, and you know, like
yo,
it's
he
just
said, "I'll touch grass if you touch
ass."
Hey, yo, nah,
Not
because
your
he's
own.
going. And that's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
bro.
he's gonna be
Hey,
itching
I
his
don't
ass
know.
so quick, dude. Come
I
on.
don't know, man. Yeah, bro.
Waits for grass, dude. Waits for grass.
Yeah. Bruh, how much you want to bet that he got a cheese kind of smell that comes from him? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just overall think this.
I
Some kind of aroma
guarantee there's
of
some type of
cheese.
mold growing where he lives. Guarantee,
Bro,
guarantee. On him.
Hey, look, I got a question. Do y'all think that there is a proper, dignified, and attractive woman alive that would own up to sleeping with him? That's if he lost his virginity.
Bro, could you imagine? Look,
how much you gotta pay?
I'm not talking about somebody who is like the equivalency of him, right? I'm not talking about the equivalency. I want to know if there's a dignified, unpaid woman. She can't be paid. You can't have paid for her services, if you will. You had to have gained her up with your mouth and your wit and your charm, right? I just want to know.
You gotta have game to do that,
Jay?
Lee.
Bro,
you gotta have game to do that.
This is facts. You're right. Now I just want to know. He's telling us to touch grass. We all know the internet equivalent of grass, right?
Bro, I'm touching it as soon as the stream over, bro. You holding us up. Facts.
Man, this is hilarious.
I'm driving to it.
I'm sorry. Like,
I was just gonna say that.
This
I
is
was just
hilarious,
gonna, and Leon's on his way, motherfucker.
Bruh. my reputation is not to be trifled with either, bro. It's just like I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Integrity does bring up a great point. He says, look, to be fair, we are entering the golden age of 40-year-old virgins. That is true. That is like a statistical fact. That is a statistical fact. That is not cap. So yes, at this point, we probably do have more 40-year-old virgins than at any other point throughout human history. And when I see people that act like that, I can understand why that is a reality. Yeah. Leon, you got any last words before we get on out of here, bro?
Yours, bro.
Oh boy. Okay, so I'll keep it brief because we've been on for a while. I'll say this to the males of the world. Hopefully, I'm coming in as clear as I can because I know it's a little rough since I'm driving. But to the males of the world, since my most recent a long-term relationship, I'll just be transparent. Since my recent long-term relationship has ceased to exist, it's ceased to exist for a little while now, and the homies have known. Two things have occurred in my life. My finances have increased, and the company I keep has increased. Okay, we're talking business-wise. We're talking casual friendships and relations. So listen, to the males of the world, listen. Don't come to me talking about grass, okay? I'm a fucking landscaper at this point. So stay in your lane, do your thing, and we'll continue to do ours. To the rest of the people out here, right, who have a life outside of what we're talking about and what we are discussing, I appreciate y'all. Keep having a life and keep rocking out with the Zack Snyder Cell movement, the Cool Table, and the Syndicate Network. Until we meet again, I must bid you adieu, and a bang, bang, bang for your mama, your daughter, and your sister. Holla.
And shout out to all the big brothers out there too. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. Shout out to all the big bros.
Yo, shout out to my big
there.
bro, dude. I love this. I love the shit out of him, bro. And let me tell you, he would roast you guys like,
bro, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Bro, yeah, my big bro was in the military too.
My brother thinks you're a punk. Yeah, all right. 120 seconds, bro. Your whole damn relationship with your brother go down.
Rumble, dog. Bro, I could tell you for a
like,
fact.
Bro, how dare you come attack me before talking to your little punk ass brother? Bro, how dare you come say you gonna come talk to me?
Bro,
you
let me tell you this.
Me?
Yeah, dude, not even worth paying mine. But I'm glad we were able to roast it. I'm glad we were able to roast that. Like, man, people don't even realize what they do to themselves, man. It's like we don't do this. You do it to you. And we just have to comment on it, and we just hold a mirror up to your own face.
Bro, can't nobody talk to me that has a aroma of cheese everywhere that they go, bro. Like, real talk, man.
Yo, yeah.
You just start smelling Gouda and shit. Like, you be like, what the fuck? Like, what? Why does it smell like old Parmesan in here?
I'm the type of person I can't like hide my face either when I smell that shit. So I'm just like, it would be bad if we were ever around that because I just be stank faced the whole time. But yeah, shout out to the big bros out there. Shout out to my big bro. I love the shit out of him. And actually, I'm glad we're rounding this up because it's family time when we actually have family that we care about and go and see and stuff like that instead of sitting inside of our basement and yelling at our parents all day. But that's just my opinion.
We got the homie Castello's Way with a $10 super chat saying, RJ, do yourself a favor, get off the couch, stay in your lane of the net, and we'll do your thing. And not even think or talk about you. Oh, no, and we'll not even think or talk about you or even go to your streams. Be happy and stop attacking military friends, bro. If somebody can pull up footage of me within the past 365 days of me ever appearing in a RJ chat, you know what I'm saying? Please,
you can't
find me that shit right now, and I'll send you $100.
Yeah,
Facts.
and make sure it's not a fake fucking account either with some bullshit.
It can't be no Photoshop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But find some footage of me
Send
in
us
a
the
fucking
link.
RJ chat.
Yeah, send us the link so we can go look at that chat and ourselves and we can verify and maybe we'll believe you.
Done, bro.
That title, Back from Obscurity, is real apropos right now, ain't it?
Oh, it is.
Back from Obscurity.
Damn, dude.
Oh my god. He said, homie don't even have a couch. It's more like an extremely depressed beanbag. Bro, he is the beanbag, bro.
Yeah, I bet you it's wet.
like, I don't
bet
think,
you
bro.
it's damp, bro. I bet you when you sit on that, it's like it's damp.
Bro, no. I bet you that shit is crusty and hard. He the only motherfucker with a crusty beanbag that don't move.
It's just in place
because it's all that fucking sweat and man juice that has just seeped into this shit. And he's never washed the cover.
A form of his fucking body, yeah, dude.
Bruh, that shit got DNA of its own.
It's a living organism itself, bro.
That shit is like something from the Thing. Hold on, let me hit you with this drop real quick. For me touching some grass.
Good stuff. Real quick, shout out.
Last question is, I want to ask you not about the legalities or like the probabilities or anything like that, but can you just speak to the resolve of your fan base that now that we're trying to get this thing sold to a third party?
The fan base has consistently been amazing and consistently, look, regardless of what I think, the fan base has their own ideas and they seem to win.
Yes.
Getting W's out here.
Nah, this is hilarious. Yeah, I'm gonna have another open panel pretty soon, GDI, and you can definitely come bless the platform again. Right?
Coming soon.
He said
nobody.
He said, yeah, I don't understand this younger crowd. We have a whole generation of fat losers that never kissed a girl, living in mom's basement, crying about Walmart being out of Pop-Tarts. Hey, look, they over here telling me to touch grass, bro. Right? Bruh. Do you got a picture with Nesta Noel, bro? Like, is she gonna be posing next to you all happy like this, bro?
Could you fit in a shirt like that?
It would have had an aroma of cheese in the building.
Take a shower, bro. That's what I want them to do. If we touching grass, you take a shower.
Bro, how much you in the bet he ain't washed his hair in a month?
Oh, he's probably looking all like crusty and dandruffy and gross and greasy and shit. Yeah, you've seen those people. Oh, man, I know exactly what he looks like, bro. Anyways. Yeah, these people are definitely back from obscurity. back from obscurity
like a jug, right? He said they can smell the mail from orbit. Come on, bro. Bruh. This motherfucker, hey, he got his own bro. He got his own gravitational pull. You know what I'm saying? Not only just him, but the cheese smells as well.
He just grabs a Cheeto from out of orbit real quick.
Yo,
no.
Oh my god, bro. This is craziness.
Can he fit in the shower? Necron playing. Oh shit, man.
Yeah, she wouldn't touch RJ with a 10-foot pole.
That's the type to see RJ and cross the street and go to the other side, bro. Come on.
Bruh, RJ be showering at public parks, bro. like this dude.
in the water
Oh
fountain.
my god, bro. This is crazy. All of them.
Find a stream, dog.
Leon, we got you back yet, bro?
Oh, he must be.
Right.
He had two hands on the wheel, dog. He had two hands on the wheel.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, my shit breaking up bad, but we already packed his ass up, bro. Let's just we packed his ass up.
I was saying,
we good.
Final thoughts.
He's out of here, man. Final thoughts. Oh no, that was it. I don't know. I gave him. I was just saying basically.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yo, we out of here, man. We about to close this thing on out. I want to thank y'all for coming through, man. We are back at it again. We will be back at y'all again soon with some more content. We got
come back next week. It's Zoo Shower.
You gotta read a Zoo Shower where them elephants get clean. Bruh, this motherfucker be taking showers at car washes. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he be sitting there. He be going through the automatic car washes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Anyway, look,
Tsunami,
I'm sorry.
come back next weekend. We're gonna run the Blood of Zeus episode 5, 6, 7, 8 and finish it out next weekend. Don't forget, y'all.
We will. I promise. I'm sorry. We just kind of had to cook on this situation, and look at what ended up happening. For sure.
It's right? Beautiful.
But yo, we gonna see y'all next time. Y'all be easy. Peace.
Peace.